What's happening, everybody? Alex, how are you?
I am delighted to be here.
Delighted. They keep showing Jalen's finger, and it makes me kind of nauseous.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at that. Yeah. We've got what day is it? Monday. We've got a wild conclusion to the AFC today. So the AFC bracket is set. Now all we have left for the divisional round is to find out who gets to go to Detroit. Who wants to go to Detroit more, I should say. We've got a imploding locker room in Philly with a banged up Jalen Hurts, and then you've got a half-broken Baker Mayfield who found his stride the second half of the season, and see if he can hold it together to get through this game. I don't know. I think this game is fairly equally matched right now based on the two team situations. But so I think the winner of this game is just who really wants it more.
Yeah, Baker played gutsy in Carolina. Their last game didn't play well, but played gutsy. Got him enough to win the game and get him in this position. You got to give that dude a ton of credit. He had a career year in touchdown passes, I think, and
and yards, everything was career high this season.
So
and he had only 5 interceptions or something crazy low like that. So this has just been an overall career year for him.
So, I think today just comes down to playing within himself. He's got them two big wide receivers against a struggling defense in Philadelphia. And let's see if we can see Sirianni's career collapse today.
I talked about this yesterday while we were streaming, kind of taking some shots at Dallas. Mike McCarthy still has a job, by the way, for whoever was asking yesterday if he was still going to be their coach next season. He's still there as of right now, and I think he should be, but that just brings up what you said, the topic of conversation. If Philly were to lose tonight, that the talks are that Sirianni would be gone, although I would laugh because I think that is karma. I don't think he deserves to lose his job even with a loss here. Their 2-star wide receivers are out. Their quarterback's got a janky looking hand, and things just have been rough the last 5 or 6 weeks for them. So I don't think it's the end of the world. They literally went to the Super Bowl last year, and they're still back in the playoffs here. Whether they had their division locked up, but they're still in either way. I think a Super Bowl appearance buys you 2 to 3 years anyway, as a coach. And unless you just start. Well, I mean, in his case, he does act completely stupid, but unless you do something controversially stupid, I don't think you deserve to lose your job, especially if you're back in the playoffs again.
Howie Roseman in Philadelphia has a tendency to pull the trigger on good coaches. And if he's disappointed with the way the team finished after that, it's a complete. You got to be honest. Starting 9-1 and then finishing the season like they did, that's a complete meltdown. And if they lose today, especially if they lose badly in embarrassing fashion, wouldn't surprise me in the least to see him make a change, especially now that everybody's given a lot of credit to those two coordinators that left last year, Shane Steichen being one of them that got a lot of praise. So. And Gannon did a great job in Carolina finishing the year, or Phoenix or Arizona finishing the year up. So maybe they're going to feel like a lot of that last year was those guys and their play calling and coordination. And now you got Matt Patricia calling defensive plays. What does that say about Sirianni's judgment of defensive coordinator?
I mean, Bill Belichick believes in him sometimes. But I don't know, man. I don't think he deserves to lose his job. I think he deserves another year. And if they can't produce anything, if they miss the playoffs next year, then for sure, gone. But,
I completely agree. He doesn't deserve to lose his job. I'm just
But
saying.
no. But that's probably what's going to happen if we wake up tomorrow morning and Baker Mayfield is advancing to Detroit next week. You know,
If they lose today, I say it's a 60-40 chance that he may not have a job tomorrow.
I'd probably say 75-25, honestly. Like, they are so impulsive, man. Like, they act on emotions. And yeah, Dave brought up the Peterson thing too. Like, things got bad in the locker room, and they were like, is it Wentz? Is it Peterson? And then they were like, okay, one of them has to go. And so erratically, they just got rid of both of them, which inevitably helped them get back to the Super Bowl, bringing in all the guys they did. But, like, I don't think both those guys deserve to lose their job. Probably just Carson. But that's the Philly way.
Yeah, I mean, but they do. This team has been really good at turnarounds really quick with new coaches. Even after Andy Reid left, they turned it around pretty quick. So they feel like they can rebuild pretty quick. I just don't. I don't think Sirianni's deserved to lose his job. I'm just making the argument because he's Howie Roseman may be way more impulsive than, say, our King Daddy down there in Dallas. I think Mike McCarthy, going 12-5 every year is really not easy to do. So I think he still deserves a job. He's just got to figure out how to win a playoff game.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of situations in the last 5 or 6 years with coaches that we've seen really dumb things happen and people getting fired for less. So, like, JV said 62.5, 37.5. I'm sticking with, like, 75-25. Although I am rooting for the Bucs. I still have that long-term bet out again for the Chiefs and Eagles to meet in the Super Bowl. I don't know that I believe that happening, but it's still there. And I got in at a good time to where it seemed like the most unlikely thing in the world to happen, and they're one of the last 9 teams remaining, and so until tonight, of course. So part of me is rooting for Philly just because.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a really dog in this hunt. I'm happy to see Baker Mayfield is going to have a career in the NFL instead of being run out by bad ownership in Cleveland. Honestly, they just pushed him into another bad situation, and thank goodness for Sean McVay, giving him a chance because he is a competitor, and I like that. But I don't care who wins here today. I just want to see a fun game.
So the Bucs are gonna get the ball first. Who would you like to take on today?
It doesn't matter. I usually defer to let you pick who you like, but I know you're not a Philadelphia fan, so I'll take the Eagles.
I'm not really a fan of either of these teams, but that's just the AFC in me. I've also been like a on and off Saints bandwagon fan for the last like 8 years too, so it doesn't help me not like Tampa and Philly. If Sirianni ever kept his mouth shut, I'd probably like him a little bit more, honestly. That's what it's come down to as of lately. And I hated Carson Wentz before, so that was part of it too. 1st and 10, Baker back to pass, pump fakes like 3 times, and then kind of just throws it away in the direction of Mike Evans in double coverage. What's up, Daniel? Also, Dave Stranger. Nathan. I know Nathan's an Eagles fan. Also, mostly JB, Rob. Anybody else that I may have missed? Oh, Pizzle's in here. He said in Orlando, just dropping in to say what's up. What's good, Pizzle?
Pizzle.
Cody Mock or whatever that dude's name is on their O-line. 2nd and 10, Baker fires. And I believe that's Otten for 15. And he Mock or something like that. He looks like his headshot looks like he should be playing hockey, bro. He don't have any middle teeth. Like it looks like he got a puck hit him right here. They just showed it on like the starting lineup. It looks like 90% of hockey photos. Dude, I remember when they drafted K-Dot, and I was like, man, he's going to be so good. And he's become an old, reliable guy in Tampa.
For real. He's a good – I love the tight end position, period. I think it's Very
First and 10, he's going to fire across the middle again, and he's got a wide open Mike Evans. But he was going to the ground, so he could not advance it. But it's going to be another first down and another chunk of yardage.
Did you see how wide open he was in the middle of that field?
Like, did they just follow Godwin, or?
Oh, they're not going to show the end of the. Oh, yeah, they will. Well, let's see. He had Slay on him. So they're.
Oh, he just lost him.
I think they're playing zone, and I don't think anybody was there in the middle.
First and 10, hand off their first carry of the game, and it's going to go for 8 or 9 yards. I can't remember that dude's name. White? Rashad White? Dude, right up the middle for 9? Look, I know they got the passing game going early, but still.
If they can run the ball too, this offense can put up 40 points.
That was crazy because Rashad White's not had the best season running the football.
Better of late, but not a good year.
Yeah, it's been a pretty rough season. Okay, so they're going to give him 8, 2nd and 2. They're going to hand it off again. He's going to cut back and get the first down. Dude, he just stood behind his O-lineman for like 2 whole seconds and then decided to cut back. He had that much time.
What happened to this D-line from Philly?
What happened to this whole team? This is one of the best rosters in football. And I understand offensively that you lost your top 2 wide receivers for this game. Well, I don't know if Smith's playing. I don't think so, but I know A.J. Brown's for sure out. But your defense is your statement piece, right? Your defense and your offensive line. First and 10 at the 28. Handoff again because why not? And they're going to pick up 7 on this one. Oh, this is going to be ugly for them if they can't find a way to slow them down at all. The only incompletion was a throwaway.
There's no penetration on that line. They're not getting to the backfield. They're just getting manhandled right now. Kudos to Tampa Bay's O-line. Let's just say it. Maybe they're what's doing it right now.
I mean, maybe. I don't know how good they've played this year. 2nd and 3. Sitting on the 20. Turn around. Baker looking downfield. Checks it down to Auden, and it's going to be broken up. It'll be 3rd down and 3. They're well in field goal range, so they can at least come away with points here. But I can't believe, man, this has been a really solid drive. This is one of the better drives I've seen from watching Tampa Bay this season.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the time to make it count. I mean, so good on them. All right, 3rd and 3. Baker back to pass, checks it down to White, and he breaks a tackle, and he manages to get at least very, very close to the first down. I think they're going to give it to him. Oh, my. He should have lost 3 on that. What is wrong with this Philly defense?
The secondary, and Bradbury's a good tackling corner. Look at that. He didn't even get a hold of him.
Well, we know that Bradbury knows how to hold on to people.
But look at Chris in the house today. How you doing, Chris?
He said, I'm here for Florida. Yeah, Miami lost, so this is the next Florida team he has a chance to root for. 1st and 10. Baker has a bunch of time. Now he's being chased. Looking downfield, going to keep himself, and he'll slide down around the 10. And it's going to be 2nd down and very manageable. I just got that notification, Dave. I was looking at it. Dang, those things look good. It's one of the cheesiest quesadillas I've ever seen, too.
Can't go wrong with more cheese.
Cheese on the outside, cheese on the inside. That's a good quesadilla. It's 2nd and 3 at the 10. And we've made it through 5 minutes so far. Baker back to pass, fires to the end zone. He's trying to get it back to Auden, but it's going to be incomplete. Ooh.
Man, that was on the money.
Dude, he threaded it too.
Oh, my God.
He rode his hip into the end zone.
Well, we know how this game's going to be officiated. Let them play.
They better stay like that the whole game then.
No doubt.
I'm fine with it if they let it go the whole game.
Even on both sides.
33, low snap, Baker taking a shot to the back of the end zone, and he was not on the same page as Trey Palmer. They got to make a decision here. I know you're at home, but I say take the 3 because
that's a loss in my mind.
That Otten play, though, in the end zone, I don't know.
Man, that doesn't bode well if you drive down the field and move the ball that well and don't punch it in.
I mean, we have to see how their defense comes out too, though.
Philly won that. I mean, really, the way that possession was going, that's a win for Philly.
Oh, that's a big win for Philly. The 28-yard chip shot is up, and it is good. The Bucs strike first.
The Buccaneers got strike first.
They took 5 minutes off the clock to start this one. Dude, what a solid drive. Like, I'm genuinely impressed. I haven't watched a lot of Tampa football this year, and some of the games that I did get to watch were not very good. The one that I got to watch that was pretty decent was the one against the Texans, which was one of the best games this season. I know they lost that game, but it was one of the best games I watched all year. But yeah, this is really good. That third down pass was pretty rough. Yeah. Looks like they were just not on the same page there. Baker thought he was going to the back of the end zone. He was in the front corner. I'm not sure he would have hit him with it. It seemed like it might have been a throwaway, honestly.
Nonetheless, that is a score. They probably would have really liked to have had a 7 there, but 3 is what they get. See if they can play some defense.
Yeah, this all comes down to how their defense plays, honestly.
I'm really curious to how well
Philly's offense and Tampa's defense, because obviously something's wrong with Philly's defense.
Yeah, and, not having A.J. Brown, you can live without Devontae Smith, but not having that big receiver that's easy to throw to.
I'm trying to think of who all they have. I know they've got Julio, they've got Quez Watkins, they've got Goddard. They still have got pieces, and Quez Watkins is bigger.
Zacharias, that other one?
Oh, Zacchaeus.
Yeah,
I don't think there's an R. I don't think there's an R in it. I think it's Zacchaeus.
He's been good at times.
Yeah, I mean, they've got guys. They've got the passing game with their running backs as well.
I love Kenny Gainwell.
I mean, I like Boston Scott. I like Kenny Gainwell. I like DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift at the beginning of the season, nobody could stop him. What happened there?
Who was that other guy they had that was hurt? Boston Scott, Kenny Gainwell, DeAndre Swift, and then there was one other guy, wasn't there? That was starting ahead of Swift, but he got hurt, and then week 2 is when Swift started.
I thought Gainwell was originally in front of Swift.
I just didn't see him. It was him? Okay. I thought they had somebody else that started in front of him and then got hurt in week 1. What's up, Snowman? Also, what's up, Vizant?
Yeah, Eli Manning played around this week with having his finger like it's dislocated. He said the middle finger is not that important. So we'll see how he throws the ball.
You might be right, Dave. You might be right. All right, here they come. Let's see what they got.
I really hope that they get it together just to play. I hope they don't go out like they played the last 6 weeks or so.
No, I hope this is a game.
Yeah, I really do. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 with the touchback. Hurts is going to start it in the gun. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off, and there goes Swift. He's got the edge. He's going to get 9 yards on 1st down. What a nice run. DeAndre Swift, probably one of the better free agent acquisitions or trade acquisitions this year. At least I thought it was going to be.
Jack Stoll. I forgot about that tight end as well.
Stoll.
He's been pretty solid.
All righty. Second one. They're just going to hand it off again. Swift's going to push.
He just jumped through. He just whoop. He ducked his head and dove.
Yeah, pretty solid.
I will say though that I do like the gray jerseys as well, but I think this is my favorite color combo for Tampa Bay. The red with the gray pants, other than the creamsicle, of course. But I think this is my favorite jersey combo for them.
The creamsicle is about the best.
Yeah,
but I like this. Looks mean. I like it. 1st and 10, balls at the 36.
I do like the gray jerseys as well.
Hurts heads to the edge, and he's going to get about 3 yards on 1st down. That's Julio.
Dude, Julio's probably, like, pissed, man. Like, he was like, I'm going to go to a contender. Oh, Philly, sorry, pewter. I'm sorry, I know, but it's gray. But Julio's probably like, damn, man, these guys went to the Super Bowl. They got one of the best rosters in football. And I'm going to go there to contend with them. And then the last 6 weeks, they went 1-5.
There's the snap. He's going to hand it. No, he's going to play action. He even faked me out. Gets it to the tight end.
That's
and he's going to get a
that's
3 or 4 yards. And it's going to be 3rd and about 2. Who was that? Was that Goddard?
I think that was Goddard. I thought it was Stoll, but then I saw that he's 88, right?
Stoll, I think, is 89.
Oh, it might have been. No, that's Goddard.
You know, we do pretty good at remembering a lot of names.
Bro, oh, he's wearing a creamsicle. That dude had a Mike Evans orange one.
All right, it's 3rd down and 2.
Dude, that stadium's incredible too.
There's snap. Back to throw. He's hit as he lets it go. And it's knocked down at the last second.
He should have just tried to catch it. It floated for so long. All he had to do was try to catch it. He just swatted it instead. You know what an interception would have done for Tampa Bay right there?
Yeah.
He could have caught that.
Hurts did take a little bit of hit on this one. Oh, yeah, it did affect the throw a little bit.
But it floated for so long. Oh, Devontae Smith is out there. All he had to do was turn. That was Antoine Winfield.
There's the punt. He gets it away clean. Drives him to about the 20, and that's where he'll fair catch it.
Dude. This game, I don't know. I don't know. It kind of feels like the start to that Buffalo game where Buffalo, I mean, obviously Tampa didn't put it into the end zone on the first drive, but like going up a couple scores and then, Pittsburgh started sneaking back, but it was pretty much too late. Like, that's what this feels like right now. Like, Philly could let this game get away from them really quickly. They're not a play from behind team. They can do it. It's not their forte.
They've got to do something to wake up because, if they're not up for this game, that's on the coaching. The coaching's got to get them wound up.
Listen, is not to change the subject, but it's still the same subject because we're talking about football. But as disappointed as I am that we have to go on the road for our next playoff game, can we talk about how good Houston and Baltimore is going to be?
I mean,
that might be one of the best games I ever watch. Like, at least matchup wise, you've got this young guy that is playing at a rookie playing at an MVP caliber, going up against the guy who's probably going to win the MVP. And like, one of them has like the best roster in the AFC, like toughest roster in the AFC, and the other one has like 53 guys from the street on it. Like, and they're playing at the same level right now.
I mean,
Dude, I mean, it feels like truly an NFL team going up against a college football team. Like it literally feels like they just walked down the street and was like, "Hey, you're above this height and this weight. Can you catch a football? Can you block? Can you tackle somebody? Okay, come join us."
I mean, honestly, I your description, but it more like a college all-star team, right? That's not necessarily, but the coaching, man, D'Amico Ryans has done such a good job. And he's going to have a game plan for them. He's going to be competitive on the road.
I just don't. Like they've got guys, that have been making plays. Like Nico Collins has been an absolute stud, and Devin Singletary is getting another chance. Dalton Schultz is getting another chance somewhere other than Dallas. They've got some guys, but it's not the guys you expect. And then where did that defense come from last week? They're just getting better every week, and it's like they don't have the best roster, but they're going to go up against probably the best roster in the AFC left. Oh. 1st and 10, it's going to be a false start on Tampa. Why is A.J. Brown softer than Sharman? It's because he's a diva. All of them are like that. OBJ's the same way. If he don't catch a touchdown in the playoffs, he might commit a felony. He might punch Harbaugh on the face on the sideline if they don't let him have end zone targets, because he is just. It's just like I said yesterday about Dan Campbell. I said if Detroit doesn't, or I said Dan Campbell will commit a felony on the sideline before they lose that game. 1st and 15, Baker back to pass, throws a dime to Godwin. That's not Godwin. I don't know who that is. Moore for 15 yards. Green Bay's going to the Super Bowl, and Jordan Love's the best QB in the league. He will be a first active player in the Hall of Fame. Man, Green Bay fans are the funniest. I'm not disrespecting Jordan Love or the Packers. I just think that comment's hilarious.
They're going to add 15 to it as well.
Was it a late hit?
Face mask.
Oh, I didn't catch the call. Yeah, see, Dave said I like this Jimmy guy. You're supposed to be commenting and you don't know their names. This will be the first full Tampa Bay game I think I've watched this season.
Have we done a Tampa Bay game this year?
I don't think so. Because they were on primetime, a Monday night doubleheader, and we did the other game.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it was a AFC North game was the other one. 1st and 10. Uh-oh. Baker's going to take a shot down the field. And he's got
my God, he dropped it.
He dropped it inside the 5. Oh, my God.
Mike Evans doesn't drop that ball ever.
Dude, that's what they said about him in week 1 or 2. He dropped the touchdown, and they were like, this team's broken. And I was like, dude, he's dropped 4 passes in his career. Oh, Bradbury was in the coverage, but it wasn't Bradbury. It was just Mike Evans dropped it. They played the Bills on Thursday Night Football. Okay, so we may have done one of them.
We did do that.
People tell me that Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer. He is. 2nd and 10, they're going to run it up the middle, and they'll get about 3. That's a rough drop. I just had flashbacks to MVS dropping it against the Eagles. That felt the same. It was in the same spot, just in the corner instead of the middle of the field. It felt the same. He dropped the touchdown, bro. That was bad. You said it was David Moore? I thought, isn't there a David Moore that plays for the Cardinals, maybe? I'm not confusing him with Rondale. 3rd down and 7, Baker back to pass, fires, caught wide open, Moore again, and he's down inside the 20. He's gonna
look at that move.
And oh my God, he's going to take it all the way.
They did not. That is poor tackling. Look at that.
And the Bucs strike again, a 44. It is David Moore. You were correct, Steve. That's going to go 44 yards to the house. Oh my God, what is this Eagles defense right now?
They're not tackling. They don't even act like they belong on the field.
They don't. Ooh. Not the way they've been acting lately.
So I was listening to commentary earlier, and they talked about the defensive coordinator or defensive play calling duties switching in the middle of the year.
Woo! I should have shown off the kicker.
And they said that they were talking about, and they said that Tampa Bay today or Philadelphia today should play nothing but man-to-man defense on defense because they think that there's a lot of breakdowns in the play calling switching. And they've played nothing but zone, and they seem to be just getting beat.
Dude, I'm actually
I saw it, Jim. Right tackle.
I'm actually kind of hyped up for Tampa Bay right now. I'm not going to lie. I don't care about a sports bet. I don't care about a sports bet at all. I'm really hyped up right now. This is hilarious. I wish they would have shown a quick camera shot at Sirianni's face as soon as he crossed the line into the end zone. That would have summed that play up a little bit better.
Can you make the statement or make it just see that the Philadelphia team just does not look ready to play?
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Jason Kelce. I like a lot of guys on that roster too, but I don't know.
Yeah, Rondale did torch the Buckeyes. Man, I tell you what, Purdue's having a knack for getting some really speedy wide receivers these days.
Didn't another one go in the draft this year?
Charlie Jones, Cincinnati.
That's what from Purdue?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. I was thinking like there was someone else this season. Leo! Ayo. Family's treating me to dinner, so I gotta head out. Everybody tell Leo happy birthday before he leaves.
Happy birthday, Leo! What does that make? 17?
17.
I wish I was 17 again.
Me too. You know, I thought 17 was awful, but thinking back, 17 wasn't that bad.
17 was pretty good for me.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. David Bell, that's the guy I was thinking of.
That's another one.
That's who I was actually thinking of.
He's in Cleveland.
Because I was thinking Cleveland, and then you said someone from Cincy, and I was like, maybe I just got my Ohio teams mixed up.
He was the year before. So, like 3 or 4 years running, Rondale Moore, David Bell, and Charlie Jones all came out of Purdue.
Yeah. We got 5:47 left in the first quarter. Tampa leads 10-0. Philly gets their second drive on away. Kickoff is up. It looked like he stubbed his foot when he kicked that, but it went out the back of the end zone. His foot went straight down. Did you see it? It looked like he broke his toes.
Here, watch it. Here, let's see. We'll see that hold that Jim was talking about. 67 goes over and clips 94 and takes him to the ground.
Do you think they didn't call it because they both went to the ground at the same time?
I don't know.
Because I feel like there's a way that these guys can get around certain calls.
If he would have lunged more towards the quarterback, they would have made him call. That would have made him.
Oh yeah, because you would have seen the drawback. But I think because they both went straight to the ground together, that it looked like they both tackled each other down. David. All
right, there's a handoff, and it's Swift, it's Swift. I thought it might be Gainwell. He's going to get about 3 yards on first down.
You know, I didn't like it at first, but the number 0 has got to be one of the coldest looking jerseys I've ever seen. Yeah. The first half of the season, I hated it, but it's grown on me.
David Blau's gotten a couple starts in the NFL.
Wasn't he with Detroit for a while?
And Cardinals. I think he started for the Cardinals either this year or last
that's right. Year. That's right. I knew I'd seen his name around a couple places. Oh, no, Vita Vea's down. Do you see Caleb Williams officially announced he's going to the draft just so he can cry about whoever drafts him and pull an Eli Manning and Drew Brees or whoever it was that get drafted by San Diego just to get traded?
I'm telling you, Wheelchair, it's going to be 74-69. The Hoosiers are going to get the dub over the number 2 team in the country tomorrow at home. They have to, honestly. You're thinking 115-68 Purdue? I will bet you that it'll be less than double digits, guaranteed regardless. And there's a play action. Hurts is going to check it out to his wide receiver, and that's Watkins is going to get about 5 yards on that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 or 3.
You know, you said something to 69. Last night I was playing Call of Duty, and I was like, for whatever reason, this doesn't normally happen. I was just dominating, but there was like 2 minutes of the match left, and I had 69 kills, and I just stood there and let myself get killed so I was on the top of the leaderboard. Like, nobody could catch up to me, so I just stood there and just died so I could end the match with 69 kills. Yeah, I did. For 2 minutes, I was just like sprinting around, just like if I died, whatever.
All right, Hurts is back to pass. Got pressure. He lets it go, and it's dropped by Goddard. I think the defender got a hand in there, but by the Goddard's look on his face, he should have had that. What's up, Rick?
What's up with all the dropsies?
I guess that nobody's just getting paid enough money to catch the ball anymore.
What do you mean not getting paid enough money? All they're getting paid is a lot of money.
Oh, my God. It was right there. There was no reason to drop that.
Alex is my role model. I try my best to be a model citizen, Steve.
Oh, and he dodges one.
Oh, man. Oh, he just got his head taken off, but he somehow missed it. Who is that? He's so small. Tompkins.
Not sure.
Tiny little guy. He's like my size.
He watched that ball hit his fingers and did not grab it. Look at the look on Hurts' face. These guys are just done.
Dude, they're exploding. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, this team is imploding in front of everybody's faces. They went from the best team in the NFL to this.
Well, what do I get? What do I get if Indiana wins the game or they win? Or what do I get if it's less than 10? I can't leave that poster up there very long. You know better than that.
Devin Tompkins is definitely your son. He's like this big. I saw him. He was ducked under a big guy because he put his arms out. He said, whoop. I'm going to look up how tall he is. He's got to be like 5'9". Devin Tompkins. 24 years old. He's 5'8". I was close. 5'8" and weighs 154.
That's
He's small. Born in 1999.
1999.
Dude, I cannot believe this Philly team. Like, the offense, I felt like would struggle because, like, even if they weren't throwing it to A.J. Brown, he was going to draw 2 defenders, right? Like, but this defense, that's what's blowing my mind. Like, what's wrong with the defense?
Yeah, Baker's going to have a game if they don't suck it up and do any better.
This is about to be a career game for Baker Mayfield, like an absolute career game.
We've still got 4:21 to go in the first quarter, and they've already got 2 scores in the ball.
They should have 14 points, though. Let's be honest. They should have 14 points. Kid Otten should have caught that in the end zone.
Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 24, 4:22 to go. They're going to turn around and hand it off. And he's going to somehow get through there and get about 3, close to 4 on the ground. They're talking to Slay on the sideline. I didn't know if maybe he was hurt or something. I can't hear him. Maybe they're just telling him that they're getting cooked for what? It's going to be 2nd down and 6. I cannot believe Matt Patricia is calling defensive plays. That's the problem. Baker back to pass, looking, going to check it down to there's running back. That's Edmonds. And he's going to pick up the 1st down before going out of bounds.
There is no pursuit over there to stop that play.
No. They're just having their way. The only bright side about us having to travel, sorry, this is like fresh on my brain because the Buffalo game just ended, but is that I'll actually be home and I don't have to go call into work because it'll be the Sunday later game. First and 10. A little bit of trickery going around. I think that's Palmer with the football. He's got a little bit of room to move, and he's going to pick up 6, 7, 8, 9 yards on the end-around sweep. How was work? Well, I haven't worked today, and I didn't work yesterday, but the day before, it was fine, I guess. The Bucs already have almost 155 yards. The Eagles have 26. This is a crazy game. Yeah, Second down and 1.
Sirianni just looks puzzled over there.
Go back to the ground game. Handoff. He's going to pick up the 1st down. 2 minutes left in the 1st quarter.
I agree, fundamental. They got everything on them.
Yeah, I mean, right now they've got like the talent. You know, they're like number 1, number 2 in the country. But it's a mental game, right? Like this is definitely a mental game. Like they might be able to outplay anybody, but it's just the thought of you got swept last year. It's
and
all mental.
On the road first.
Yeah. So that game's really truly a toss-up. 1st and 10. Handoff again. He's trying to make some room, but he's going to lose a couple yards. That was White who's come back into the game, and he'll lose about 3. I think it ought to be a good game. Especially if you said it's going to be in
Bloomington,
Assembly Hall. Yeah. All right, 2nd and 13 after the loss of 3. 1 minute to go in the 1st. Baker looks, fires, it's caught, and that's Auden again, and he's going to take it to the 35, 30, 33, and a big 1st down to move the chains. And the Bucs keep rolling, man.
Oh, fundamental. 2 out of the next 3 would probably be almost enough to get in, I swear. I think the Illinois game's very winnable now, too.
Didn't they lose their star to like a felony charge or something?
Yeah.
That puts a hole in your team, honestly, in the middle of a season. This might be the last play of the 1st quarter. They're going to hand it off.
Hey, Philadelphia tackled.
He may get a yard, and that should wrap up the 1st quarter. Dude, Sirianni looks baffled. At least he's not running his mouth. Everyone on Illinois is done. I mean, it's what it feels like. They're cooked, man.
I mean, just imagine that if with all these great camera angles, you get to see everybody's expression on their face. There is no fight. They're just out here going through the motions.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, I know that I complained about the Chiefs getting kind of complacent, right? But, like, this is the same thing, but 52 times worse. Now they're just mad at each other.
Yeah, CJ, what's wrong with your Eagles?
Yeah, they're broken, man. I just
Yeah,
don't get it.
yeah, Jimmy, it's been a long time since we've gone up there and won. I can't ever remember it. I can't remember winning in that arena.
Is that Wisconsin? Yeah.
It's Welsh Ryan Arena. I can't remember winning there. I feel like we lose every time there.
They've been grounded. Get it? Yeah, I get it. Man, the Bucs are driving again too. Like they're down around the 30, 33. They're already in field goal range. Which if the Phillies stops them to a field goal, it's still a 2-score game and it's manageable.
Just put your thinking cap on for a second. I mean, it looks like they don't have anything to play for out here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What would make them think that way?
Hang on, I gotta fix this. There we go. I don't know, man. I think Mr. Diva has exploded this locker room, and I don't even know what he's mad about. Like it'd be different if something happened, right? If they stopped targeting him or whatever. But like, I don't know what he's mad about.
There's got to be something internally going on there because this isn't the Philadelphia Eagles team we saw earlier this year. There's no way.
No, it's not. We watched them absolutely dominate all season long until, like I said, the last 5 or 6 weeks. 2nd down and 9, low snap, Baker looking, pressure's coming. He's trying to get away, and he's going to take the sack. He almost fumbles. I think he does fumble, but it was on his hand, so he pulled it back in.
Look at that. Watch. Sweat's like, hey, good job. Nobody's like, yeah, get him. Look, that's a sack. That's one of the biggest plays in sports, and there's nobody getting hyped.
Like, that's a huge stop for them.
Yeah, watch. Oh, they're not going to show after the play, but.
Dude, Baker is so hard to take down just simply. It's not because of his size. He's kind of small, but just the way he is, the way he plays. All right, 3rd down and 13. Play clock was running down. He gets it off in time. He's going to take a shot across the field. And it's picked off. Oh, he drops it. He drops the interception. And it's going to be 4th and 13. The Eagles get a stop here. Jason Kelsey's the problem? I don't think so. And I don't think Taylor Swift has anything to do with how the Eagles are playing. I don't even think Taylor Swift has anything to do with how the Chiefs are playing. I think the Chiefs got lazy after winning a Super Bowl.
That was an errant pass there.
That was one of the what you like to call hero ball throws.
Yeah, I didn't really have much. Tried to thread it in.
54-yard field goal attempt is up.
Good.
And it looks good. Bucs lead 13-10 with 14:03 to go in the first half. Some people saying the loss of Steichen is their issue. I think so too. I mean, I want to say yes, but I also want to say no because like they started the season 10-1. Like that's not easy to do. I do think Steichen not being there has had an effect, but that doesn't explain like everything.
I don't think it explains. They got to go out and make the plays work. The play calling, who knows, maybe off, but they just don't seem into it. You would have thought that sack would have fired somebody up.
And it would have fired me up if I was an Eagles fan right now.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to get your team fired up, go over and congratulate your dude, man. Sweat's a great player. He gets a sack, man, and I just don't know.
Something is weird. But like I said at the beginning of the stream, the Philly way is when things get bad, it explodes for no reason. Like fixable issues are the worst issues in the world, and they blow up. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, this is just, I don't know. Doesn't look like a playoff game, that's for sure.
I mean, it feels like a playoff game the way Tampa's playing. They've got some drive. But Philly, they stopped playing 7 weeks ago. They beat the Chiefs. They won one more game, and then they just blew up. I don't know what happened. They just blew up. I'm telling you, it's karma. Karma for the coach acting that way.
Yeah, Tampa has them, and Tampa kind of limped into the playoffs as well, honestly.
I mean, Baker is hurt right now, and he looks more normal than anybody on that Philly team right now. All right, getting ready for kickoff. Let's see if Philly. They're still in this game, too. That's the thing. Is like they're playing like they're getting blown out right now, but they're still in this game.
I think a 3-and-out here would be a big detriment.
Oh, no, I'm not disagreeing, but like 2 touchdowns and you have the lead.
Yeah, I mean, one score here is would really do well.
Even 3.
Yeah,
Even
just
3
put
points
something on the board. Yeah, they're showing it now through week 12, 10-1.
Yeah, they basically had the 1 seed locked. And now they're a 5. All right, they're going to start on the 25.
All right, let's go. Jalen's getting the gun. Let's see if they can get something going here. Back to pass. Looking, he's got pressure. He dumps it down, and it's basically dropped by Devontae.
It was a bit of a low pass, though.
Hit him in the hands.
It hit him in the hands on the ground.
I don't think it was that low.
It was pretty low. Well, I think that's an equal, like, 50-50 blame, but it was not, I don't know.
All right, there's the snap. It's going to play action. Fire. Smith's got a first down and more. He's at the 45-50. Down inside the 45, down to the 43. And that's the big play the Eagles may have needed.
31 yards. That's what they needed right there. Get a little bit of a spark, something to be happy about, because obviously getting a defensive stop, they're not very happy.
All right, here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball is marked at the 44. Eagles got a drive started. Let's see if they can go. There's the snap. Hurts is back. Pressure comes. He takes the hit. It's completed to Smith again. He's going to dodge a tackle. He's going to get to the edge and get another first down +2.
Now there's a little bit of life on that sideline.
Yeah, wake up.
Like, do they not realize that that's a playoff game? Like, you go home, your season's over if you lose.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's go time. Checks it down. That's to Watkins, and he's going to get about 2 yards on first down on the wide receiver screen. Or was that?
That was Watkins.
I seen Smith over there with him, and I was like, wait a minute, it wasn't 6.
Fly, Burbs, fly. What's up, Shelby?
Shelby.
Go Burbs.
You know, there's so many really good players on this roster. It's a shame that they're struggling.
I mean, this is the best they've looked all game so far.
I mean, the last, 6 or 7 games, I mean. Play action. Hurts is going to roll out. He's going to take off. He's going to keep it. He's only going to get a yard as he's tackled.
Shelby with the dub. It's Burbs versus Pirates, but Pirates need their Burbs.
Big third down here.
That guy's wearing the wrong color green shoes. What happened to Dallas? Nothing. Everything has gone just as normal as every other season for them.
We're not in the twilight zone. It's been a normal year.
Everything's just going according to plan. It just
Here
happened a
comes the
little quicker.
blitz. He's got pressure. He lets it go. He overthrows his target, which was Smith, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal attempt here.
The script didn't want them to get embarrassed by San Francisco 3 times in a row, 3 season-ending games. So, they let the cheese guys do it instead.
I think that's going to be a great game next week, honestly.
Man, I wish I was awake for the first half because the second half was just them getting garbage time, comeback. But I missed the whole first half.
And the field goal attempt is up by Jake Elliott, and it is solid.
Bro's money. Bro is money.
Jake Elliott's pretty good.
Mahomes had a good 2 to 3 year run, but he's really fallen off. I couldn't disagree more. I could not disagree more. The Pirates are too focused on booty. Yeah, Mahomes has had his statistically worst season, and it's still better than a lot of quarterbacks' best seasons.
It's been aided by a lot of things.
Oh, well, Jawan Taylor has like 17 or 18 penalties that have ruined plays, and we have like 30 drops. Probably more now. And we were leading the league weeks ago. I can't imagine it got any better. We're probably still number 1 in drops. That's not the quarterback's fault if you put it on the money. MVS has stolen a couple touchdowns from us. Jawan Taylor penalties has stolen a couple touchdowns from us. One of them was yesterday. No need to defend the best QB in the NFL. I mean, I'll defend that man until I die.
I think everybody just because they didn't have a great season, but you know what? Teams go through stretches where they don't play well. If they get hot, they can beat anybody. So just be careful what you wish for. Be careful who you throw slander at because they'll come back to get you.
Playoff Pat is back.
But next week's probably the game, right? They playing Buffalo. I think that's in Buffalo. I think that's going to be the one that proves it. If he can go in there and win that game, legacy is completely secured.
I mean, he's only 27, and he has the 8th most playoff wins of all time from a quarterback position. If he wins next week, that'll jump up to like 5th.
Hey, is Maniac streaming today?
I'm sure he is.
I didn't see the notification when I was on for him, so that's why I was curious.
I'm sure he is. I'll check it out at halftime.
Heck yeah.
I haven't seen Panther today, so he might be over there with him if he is. All right. It's going to be a touchback, and the Bucs get back on the field. Start their next drive at the 25. All right, 1st and 10. White's in the backfield, and they're going to fake it to him, play action, turn around, dump it down to, I think that's Tompkins, and he's going to spin out of the first tackle and somehow muster up 2 more yards for a gain of about 4. And it's going to be 2nd and 6. We got 11 minutes left in the first half. They're comparing Brady's stats from last year to Baker's stats from this year.
Pretty comparable.
I mean, Brady had like 600 more yards, but like their run game was even worse last season. 2nd and 6, Baker looking, firing out, and he gets it to Mike Evans, but he can't pull it in. That almost feels like calling that another drop. That went straight through his hands. Let's see it. Maybe it wasn't. They're going to show it again. Yeah, it hit him in the hands. That's catchable for a guy like Evans. Even if he didn't end up in bounds, he should have held on to it.
What's wrong with me saying that Mayfield's stats were comparable to Brady's?
I mean, he won more games than Tom did. 3rd down and 6. Baker scrambling, looking downfield, going to keep himself. He's going to pick up the first down and then slide.
Look at that. Something Brady never could do.
Oh, he could. He just looked like a Clydesdale horse.
You ever seen that cartoon character, the claymation character Gumby? That's who Brady looked like running.
The only thing that bothers me about Baker, and he didn't do it, and I haven't seen him, this year, is his high step. I hate watching him do the high step when he runs. Like, it just makes me want to punch him. I don't know why. All right, 1st and 10 from the 38. Gonna hand it off, and he's only gonna get about a yard. He hit a brick wall. Y'all are terrible people. No. I'll die on this hill that I stand where I stand about Tom Brady. All right, 2nd and 9. Gain of 1 on the last one. Baker going to check it down in the backfield to Tompkins again. He skates through.
Look at that.
And he's still going, and he gets the first down. I have no idea. He's such a small little guy.
Oh, my gosh, Cat. Your cat has figured out how to hit buttons, and it cracks me up.
Just throw something. He'll chase it. He's like a little dog. Dude, Tompkins, he just skates through, spins out, and somehow picks up 3 more yards after that when he should have been down on the ground and gets the first down. Like, this team is playing like their season's on the line. Every one of them. First and 10, Mayfield fires, and there's a drop by Otten that would have went for at least 15, maybe 20 yards. Looks like Baker might have taken a shot at the end of that. He looks a little roughed up. See what happened.
Oh, stepped on his foot.
Oh, it looked like he was stomping the ground like maybe a shoe.
Oh, he got his ankle. Top of his foot.
Oh, that probably hurt. That probably hurt a lot. That was a big guy.
Yeah, Baker will be fine. He plays
through Baker will be fine. He'll play through anything. 2nd down and 10. He's going to check it down to Godwin for a screen, and he's going to stumble forward to very close to the first down. I think they're going to mark him like a couple inches short. Dude, if Baker ever lost an arm, he'd be the first quarterback to play with one arm. Like, I'm not even kidding. He'd be like, cut it off, coach. I'm ready to go back in. That's the one thing I like about him, and that's probably one of his best and worst traits, that he will play through anything. I mean, that's pretty much what lost his job in Cleveland, but, you got to respect the drive. 3rd down and 1. They're going to hand it off to White. White's going to push forward. He's not going to get there. I knew they shouldn't have done that. Philly's defense had to wake up eventually. I think they should still go for it, though. They're not going to kick a field goal right there. What's up, Showtime? Dude, I think they should go for it, run a play action, let Baker roll out, and keep for the yard. Yeah, they're going to go. There's just no way. It's like the worst spot in the field to, like, try to punt. Do not run the same play. 4th and 1, and they're going to flick it. Okay, they're going to, and he's going to get it. I thought they were going to try to run it up the middle again. I was like, you will not get that. That was a good call, though. You think Sirianni's going to line all of them up in the locker room at halftime and slap them all across the face? All of them. And then when they come back to the start of the third quarter, only half the team comes back because they're like, nah, I'm out. That's what feels like it's going to happen.
What's up, Showtime?
Shout out to Rachaad White, man. He's figured it out, just as in time for the rest of the team. 1st and 10. I don't think that was a backwards pass. That's just going to be incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Is White banged up? Or did he?
He's hobbling.
It looks like he's trying to walk something off.
I love the color of their helmets. I really like those unis.
But the unis make the helmets look brown. And that's why I don't like the helmets. I mean, they're great helmets, but with this uniform combination, it makes them look almost brown. All right, 2nd and 10. Baker back to pass, fires, and it is caught by Otten. He didn't think he was down, which good on him to keep going because you never know, but he's going to get about 5 yards, make it 3rd and manageable. They're at least in a respectable field goal attempt spot now. We got 5:55 left in the first half. Looks like Philly's defense waking up a little bit, slowing them down at the least. Baker looking, has time, fires, and oh my gosh, what a great play by Cunningham. Are they going to go again? They might. Okay, I didn't think so. I was like, no, it was 4th and inches, man. But do not do this. We better not lose to Purdue tomorrow. I've never heard someone call Purdue that, but I kind of love it. It's
I've never
funny.
heard him call Purdue. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I've never heard it. McLaughlin coming on to kick a 48-yard attempt. He made a 54 earlier. Kick is up, nearly blocked, and it is good. The Bucs extend their lead back to 13. 5:35 left in the first half. It's a play on belief. I just got that. See, that's what I thought, but, sometimes I'm really way off, and I didn't know if I missed something, so I didn't want to assume. Do the Eagles score before halftime?
Good question, Jim. I wonder how much the gambling establishments make when the Eagles lose. I know that our sports book where we work it makes money and it has a lot of handle, but it's really close to, what we make is, they make good money, but not as much as you would think because there's a lot of people that win bets too.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I don't know. I put money on Tampa. But I pretty much put money in some form on every underdog, whether it be a certain statistic or just the money line or whatever. most games, especially if we cover them in here. I probably have money on something in the game.
How did you provoke the very docile version of Chris today? He's been so nice today.
Well, he called me a dick earlier.
I know, but I mean,
So
he's making up for it now.
He just said bless you.
I know. I'm here for you, Alex.
Pull up the blessing. Thank you. Thank you both. I'm sure at 10-1, the Eagles got a lot of money to be in the Super Bowl. I don't remember when I hopped in on the bet that I had made on Chiefs and Eagles rematch, but I know it was when the Chiefs lost in week 1. I know the Eagles won their first, obviously, like 9 or 10, but they didn't look dominant. Like, they were winning, but they weren't, like, completely dominating. So the odds for a Chiefs-Eagles rematch was, like, insanely high. So that's when I got in there.
That's an MLK thing. I'm pretty sure.
It is. It's for the whole – because today, I think, is Martin Luther King Day. I don't know what day of the week it is ever, but kickoff's up and it's a touchback. But yeah,
Dave, he's already got it. He's already ready to go.
No, he's been saying that all week.
All right, here we go. Jalen's in the gun. 1st and 10, 5:35 to go till halftime. It's going to go, checks it down, and it's dropped by Goddard. That's going to be an OPI penalty too, I bet you. Or an illegal man downfield. One of the two.
Ineligible man downfield.
Hey, Dave, you're making your statement, but you're getting closer to the truth every week.
I don't take too many things that you say, Dave, too seriously, unless I know you're seriousing and not unseriousing.
All right, it's a 5-yard penalty, better than the OPI that I originally thought it might be.
Yeah, ineligible man downfield.
Checks it. Oh, he goes down to the sideline. That's Julio, who's going to get about 3 yards.
Maybe 4.
It's real close.
They got 4.
Oh, my God, a bubble screen to the right, to the tight end. Eagles offensive coordinator needs to go. They miss the Colts head coach being their offensive coordinator. Probably. We were talking about that earlier, how these two coordinators that left here were pretty solid. Hurts is going to throw it downfield, and there's another one to Julio, and he just bounces off the hit.
Oh, my God. He just had whoops.
McCollum dropped a big hit, and he just bounced off of it. He's a little shaken up.
Oh, his helmet. Look at it. His helmet's over his mouth.
That's a concussion check.
Did he even hit his head, though? Like, actually?
No.
Oh, I guess he did. It went up underneath of it. I don't think that's a concussion check. I think he just pushed it up. He was under it.
Look, he had the wherewithal to protect the ball.
Is Julio Jones 00 or 80?
You know, I thought it was 80.
I did too, but it looks like a 00 now.
On the back, it looks like a 00. On the shoulder, it looks like 80.
I was like, how'd they get away with 00 when they have a 0 on their team?
It looks like it's a big wrinkle.
It might be.
All right, 1st and 10. That was a nice play by Julio there. And they're going to hand it off, and they're going to try to get some yardage, but not much in the running game right now. They get about a yard.
Let's see.
Oh, did he drop that?
Yeah, but it was already a catch before then. I think they're talking about the hit and how he was slow to get up.
All right, 2nd down and 8. They're going to go play action. Jalen's got time. He's looking downfield. He's going to let it slide deep. He's got a guy, and that's going to be Devontae Smith all the way down to the 4-yard line. Somebody's come to play today, and it's Devontae Smith. That was a strike. That was the best ball I've seen Jalen Hurts throw in a while.
That was a good one. Oh, he was doubled too.
He's not supposed to get behind that safety there. That's when you go. And it happened. His speed did it.
We driving the Magic School Bus today.
And they're going to hand it out. No, play action. Check it down to Goddard for a touchdown. Dallas Goedert gets into the end zone, and the Eagles are alive.
Now, can Tampa score with 3 minutes left on the clock with 4 timeouts? Because this makes it a 6-point game. If they make their extra point, Elliott's money, unless it gets blocked. All right. Extra point.
Offsides. Maybe a false start. They're checking it as good.
It is good either way.
Oh no, now they're gonna go for 2.
Oh no. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
That's so dumb. Take your point. Of course, Sirianni would go for 2 here. Yeah, they get it at the 1, but why do you need that extra point right now? What if you don't get it? Then you lose out on 2 different points. They're going to tush push.
I don't think he got it.
He's not going to get it.
The tush push did not work.
That means they are officially broken. If they cannot tush push, they have nothing. Why didn't they just take the 1? I hate this team.
Oh my gosh.
I truly hate this team. I don't know what's wrong with them. They're a good team, but what's the point? You just stole.
Now they're down 7.
You just stole 2 points from yourself. The love shove is dead. No, the love shove can only happen in Green Bay. That's so dumb. You take the 1 point, and that's only 2 field goals. A touchdown gets you the lead. I don't understand. You could have been down 6, but they were more worried about being down 5. It's over. Time to rebuild. That's what they're thinking if they lose this game. They're going to get rid of everybody.
For a minute there, I thought that was Brandon Staley on the sideline.
That is a Brandon Staley move, dude. Did you say it can only happen in Room A? No, I said in Green Bay. You can't have a love shove if Jordan Love's not in it. That was the dumbest. If they lose this game by 1 point, It'll be hilarious.
Yeah, because just look at it this way: that 1 point, that it may change all kinds of decisions in the second half, depending on time and score.
Now they might end up in a situation where they have to go for 2 instead of they're just doing it to do it. What's wrong with being down 6, though?
Then if you score a touchdown and you get an extra point, you got a lead instead of playing tied.
It's not even halftime yet. Why would you make such a dumb decision? That's the dumbest decision I've seen over the whole course of Wildcard Weekend.
Yeah, I love the 2-point conversion. It brings a different element to the game, but I really think it should be situational at best.
I just think it's dumb. If you're down 6, even if you don't get a touchdown, 2 field goals tie it, right?
Yeah,
being down 5 makes not that big of a difference.
Yeah, if nobody scores in the second half and you get a field goal, then you're down 4. Then you have to have another touchdown.
Kickoff's up and it will be a touchback.
I mean, I get that too, that it works a lot. Because there's a different spot for the 2-point conversion than the extra point. They scooted the extra point back to make it more challenging, but the original spot is where keep pulling him by his helmet.
Keep kill and fire. Keep Andy Reid. Fire Doug Peterson. Killed Nick Sirianni. Easy. 1st and 10. Gonna get it to White, and he loses his helmet for 10. But also, that if they were going to go for 2, it would be the perfect time to not run the tush push because they knew it was coming. Like, I get it, that's your statement move, but, like, what if you just rolled out, right? Like, you would have got him.
Yeah, I don't know if he had the face mask, but he was definitely dragging him by the inside of his helmet. Hey, it's a good leverage point.
All right, 1st and 10. Baker's going to roll out, looking downfield, comes back, and throws it away towards Godwin. Is he injured now? Wait, who? Is who injured now?
And hi, Kylie.
Keep kill, send to prison. That's a terrible game. 2nd and 10. Baker's going to take a shot down the left side. Caught by Otten all the way to the 45 for a big first down. Hurts is, well, I mean, he was injured before he got to Tampa, but I don't think he's more injured. I can't do keep kill, send to prison on that game because none of the 3 people you named do any of the same thing. They should have faked the tush push. If you're going to go for 2, they were prepping for a tush push. They weren't prepping for anything else on a 2-point conversion.
Alex, Chris loves me. He wants to keep me.
Bro, send me to prison, please. I wouldn't have to go to work. And prison, have you actually, seen how prison is now? Depending on where you go, it's not that bad. They feed you. They give you stuff to do. People have cell phones in prison now. PlayStations? Yeah, give me prison. And if I get beat up and don't make it, then it doesn't matter. I don't have to do anything anymore. Either way, it's a dub. I don't have to go to work. You don't want prison? I don't know, man. I believe we're at the 2-minute warning, by the way.
So, Steve, she doesn't want prison. I will tell you that you're right there. But she does not mind the prison lifestyle.
This is the only Dr. Pepper I've had today. This is actually the only thing I've drank today, and it's 9:30 p.m. I opened this like 5 minutes before we started streaming so I could take some Excedrin, but this is all I had. No, prison, kill me instead. But like the odds to get killed in prison are probably like 50%. So like I'll either have a pretty grounded life in prison or I'll get killed. And I don't have to go to work. I might have to do work, but I won't have to go to work. And I never have to talk to anyone again if I don't want to.
Yeah. COVID was one of the best things that ever happened to Alex. Ask her. She'll tell you.
Like, I don't know, man.
That's one person that truly enjoyed the experience of COVID. Not the sickness, but
No, COVID about took me out. Honestly, I thought I was gonna die when I got that.
But what lifestyle it made her lead.
But I didn't get it until after the lockdown. But during the lockdown, it was the best time of my whole life. Yeah, but Dave, then you don't have to do it anymore. You don't have to do nothing. Ever again. 1st and 10, Baker looking downfield, going to take a shot. And he just overthrows Godwin.
That was a laser. Yeah, that's the one thing. My life never changed. I still went to work every day. I just went to work to be by myself.
Did you were playing cornhole and riding around in golf carts and stuff, like riding around scooters? I think it's hilarious that there's a dude with a Bills jersey on there. I mean, I guess your team did play. 2nd and 10, Baker back to pass, fires, and it's dropped by White. It's going to be 3rd down and 10.
I am Cornholio.
I am Cornholio. All right, 3rd down and 10. This is a big play for both these teams because there's still a lot of time left on the clock. 1:52 left. He's going to go straight up the middle, too. He might dip out to the left side. Someone's using a timeout.
Look, the only bad thing about going... Go ahead.
Philly took the timeout.
The only bad thing about going to work by myself in a place that size is that I ended up talking to a duck for like a couple hours a day because it was my best friend.
Howard. I like that duck. The other two ducks.
I think we contributed to his demise by feeding him Doritos.
No, you got him kicked off the boat because you guys spent all of COVID feeding him, and then we got in trouble and got blamed for feeding him, and that's why he was hanging around. And I was like, no, blame the maintenance dudes because they spent all of the lockdown feeding them and talking to them and hanging out with them. Now they think everybody's going to do that, and then they blamed it on all of the casino side workers. All right, 3rd down and 10. From the 45. The Bucs seem really uncertain about this. Baker looking downfield. He's in trouble, and he's trying to get out of the sack, and he's going to lose a good chunk of yards here.
There's some emotion.
4th and long. Uh-oh. I thought Baker was about to throw hands. Whoo.
Fletcher Cox must have said something.
It's going to be 4th down and 17, and Philly uses their 2nd timeout to stop the clock with 1:42. Dude, he just about got away. That ball needed to come out really quick.
See, that's a penalty right there. The second he grabs that face mask after the play, they should have flagged him for that. They're letting it go today quite a bit.
For now. All right, 4th and 17. The Bucs have to punt. Kick is
Looks
up.
good.
That's a good punt. And he muffed it. And he's gonna pick it up at the 9. And they'll have 1:33 and 1 timeout before halftime. He muffed it, dude. And that guy almost made it there too.
Yeah, if that wasn't such a low punt, if it had a little more hang time, they would have been on him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a therapy duck because you got to understand when you're in a place 8 hours a day with nobody really to talk to for the most part during most of your day, you just kind of sit down and start talking to a duck. Have you ever seen The Shining? Very similar situation.
How did Fletcher not get flagged for that? They're letting them play.
They are letting them play. You know what? And they're staying.
As long as in the second half they continue to let them play, it's fine. But that's one of those situations that you're like, oh, well, it probably should have been. I would sit next to Howard and be like, you know what, Howard? You'd be delicious with some gravy. Yeah, Howard was cool. There was 2 more ducks, too, and they were mean to him and scared him off.
Huh?
The other 2 ducks were mean. One of them still comes back around every now and then. Oh, boo. Oh, boy.
I don't like duck that well. Kind of a greasy meat.
I'm not sure if I've ever had duck.
The only chance you would have had is at that one Chinese restaurant over in Madison.
That's the only chance in my life I would have ever had to have a duck.
Well, that's the only chance you would have had to have it with me.
Oh,
because we went there several times, but I just can't remember.
Yeah, I was like, I've lived on this planet for a long time. The way you said that was like, yeah, you would only had one chance your entire life to ever try this.
Duck is greasy, Dave. You're right.
As if duck is not around here and common. All right, does Philly score with this 1.5 minutes?
All right, they're going to start at the 9, 1:33 to go.
I say no. I say no, they don't score.
I have a feeling we got a turnover incoming. Snap. He's back to pass. Fires it out there to the check down. He's got room.
Gainwell.
Kenny Gainwell with 9.5.
And last thing you want to do is go down in bounds, though.
Yeah.
Like, you only got one timeout, and the way they run their offense, they need to conserve some time unless they're going to take a big shot right here on 2nd and short.
2nd one, and they're going to hand it off, and Gainwell falls down.
He gets a
He's
first,
going to get really close to I don't think they want to go anywhere. They're going to mark him that he's got it and move it on.
But what do you mean you don't think they want to? Like, they tried to get the ball back.
I know they ran it. Look how much clock they used by just running that second play.
I think they're going to take a shot right here.
Back to throw. Look, and pressure comes. Has to throw it away.
All right, here comes the shot again.
What's a cornholio? It's one of Beavis's favorite guys.
I am the great cornholio.
What if McDonald's started selling duck nuggets? I wouldn't believe it's real duck coming from McDonald's.
Dude, they don't even sell real chicken, man. I don't know what you're eating when you eat that, but it ain't chicken.
I've got a good one here in a second. Hurts is back to pass, looking downfield. He's got time. He lets it go, and it's caught by Devontae Smith out for the first down plus a few. 32 seconds to go, and Philly uses their last timeout.
Or Tampa.
It had to be Philly. Tampa wouldn't have stopped that.
I mean, I agree, but
Philly uses their last timeout.
I don't really eat McDonald's anymore, though. Not real chicken. Don't crush my dreams. Like, go eat Wendy's chicken nuggets, bro. Like,
Wendy's is a much better product than McDonald's, I feel.
I just feel like it's not gonna kill you quite as fast.
Yeah, I seen a sign earlier from the one of the ends of the field here in Tampa. It says Nick Sirianni eats plant-based cheesesteaks.
That's actually really funny.
I liked it.
Sirianni still has a chance to keep his job 50-50.
His odds are getting better.
They're getting better as this game goes on, but I'm not going to say yes
Hurts
yet.
is going to let it go down the sideline. That's PI.
That's caught, too, but only 1 foot down, I think.
I don't think they're going to call PI today. Because it looked
they
like
will.
he grabbed him.
Just wait. Just wait. It's coming. It's coming.
What the F is a Mick?
They're not called chicken nuggets. They're called McNuggets. What the f*** is a Mick? I don't know.
He only got 1 foot.
That's not PI.
It looked like it was before. I'm talking about before he caught the ball.
Oh, okay. I was like, that wasn't PI.
He was hanging on him down the sideline. There's a blitz. Hurts is back to throw. He scrambles. He gets it out to Goddard. It's only a 2-yard gain, but it's not a sack.
It is not a sack. They're warming up Jake Elliott just in case.
Uh, 100% white meat. All right, it's 3rd and 8. There's the snap. Hurts checks it down, and that's Watkins. He's gonna they're gonna get out to the 40.
That's gotta be halftime, bro. That's gotta be halftime. There's no way. They can't stop the clock unless they're gonna quickly throw a Hail Mary.
And Hurts is walking off the field.
That's halftime.
And then did you hear him or see his mouth? He says, "I can't hear."
It's probably loud there. They get rowdy.
Good job by
All right, it's officially halftime, and we're gonna raid Maniac. So here's the link. Go say hello. Go say hello and send him a blood raid. Give him a like. Subscribe if you haven't. Help him out. Our local Bucs fan. He said bloody raid. Go get him. Go get him. Make sure you hit the like button on his stream. FBI open up. Okay, who keeps sending me to this address? Got him. Get him, boys. Oh man, Maniac's he's special, man. I love that guy. He brings the energy, dog. Do they have In-N-Out in the Midwest? I want to say yes, but not where our Midwest is. Like in the Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio little corner, no. But I think a little bit further west, like Missouri, maybe. I don't actually know if it's in Missouri. Wait, somebody else said CPG raid. Oh, I think that's Cerebral. All right, let's hang on. We'll see if he's on. All right, one more raid. All right, one more raid.
They just put one in Lexington, Kentucky, Alex, I think.
There we go. Go get him. Go say hi. One more. We didn't get to see him for the Green Bay game, but we got him. Okay, we got him. Oh, Maniac went over there too. Love that guy. Love that guy. All right. I'm going to take a bathroom break and probably grab a water so when my drink is gone, I have something to continue to drink.
Yo, yo.
I'll be back. Or will I? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I was just hanging out with CPG here. Dude is cool as hell. And let's not talk about Alex Chris. Come on. You know better. You know better. Absolutely no fun to talk about her behind her back. Way more fun to talk about her when she's sitting in here. I'm telling you, I cannot wait for Buffalo, Kansas City next week. I think it's going to be a good game. Them two have created one of the best games in the last, 10 years for sure. I wonder if they can repeat it. It is fair if she's sitting right there. What do you mean it's not fair? Just got to have the balls enough to do it, man. Go for it. If it's funny, I'll laugh. Per source, the Maniacs Gaming, Mike Evans will be a Panther. Who knows? Probably. Don't feed on her intelligence, Chris. Don't do that. Pick on where you can defeat her, and that's that she's lazy. She may be smart, but she's lazy. Andy Dalton, because they have Andy Dalton for contract another year. There you go. We don't even know who's going to be. We don't know who the coach is going to be there. I know that, man, it's got to be one of the. Alex made one good point about that. Even though it's probably one of the most unstable jobs out there, but if you sign a long enough contract and can get fired in the first year, it's a big time payoff. Last couple coaches have left there with some real jack in their pocket. He's always been a good backup. Just wasn't quite good enough as a starter. But I always respected him as the starter. He definitely gave it his all. Dave, I'm not even going to fight with you anymore. Too tired. They've got, let's just say Carolina has a lot of things to work out, and it's not going to happen in the draft. They've got to get a very solid, they got to get a really that's why Vrabel would be a good fit for down there, just to get them to where they don't give games away. Oh, yeah. Andy Dalton played good. He went out and played the Seattle game this year, I think. Bryce Young was a little beat up, and he played competitive football out there. Andy Dalton is worth just as much money on the field as Derek Carr. I will go to my grave believing that. That's what I'm saying. They can't rely on the draft this year. They've got to get a solid foundation in place in coaching, and they're going to have to work what they can work from the scraps of free agency. But, the on a plus side for Carolina is they're in a very, very winnable division, honestly. I mean, nobody stood out as being dominant. Nobody had, now you've got one head coach already gone in that division. You might have another. You can't tell yet. You can still lose Dennis Allen in New Orleans. There's still that possibility. And Todd Bowles, even though they won the division, his name's been mentioned about being on the hot seat. So, that's an unstable division. Anybody has a chance to win it, but you've got to put together an offensive line and a coaching staff that's disciplined.
Hey, I just got a notification, unless that's what you're already talking about, that Belichick's talking to Atlanta right now.
Wow, that's a good fit for him.
Yeah, I didn't know if anybody had said that while I was gone, but I got that while I was in the kitchen. I had to get my cat out. He was stuck. I swear, those two kittens, have half a brain cell collectively between the two of them.
Just wait till they get their big brother.
Then we'll have 5 brain cells in this whole house. All right, kickoff's up, and it's a touchback. Philly gets a chance to try to tie this game up. Start of the third quarter.
Yeah, you know what? The only really bright spot on offense for Philly has been Devontae Smith.
I bet he gets doubled now.
The Red Rocket.
The Red Rifle.
Red Rifle. Yeah, why'd I say Red Rocket? That's funny. All right, it's 1st and 10. Let's see if Philly comes out balling this half. They're going to hand it off. And there goes Swift. He's going to try to get the edge. He's going to lose a yard.
Man. This Bucs team's motivated. I'd like to see a camera in the Eagles locker room, though.
Yeah, for real.
But it was dead silent. And then Nick Sirianni walked in and started screaming at them.
Second down and 11. Definitely looks like a passing down here, as there is no running back.
That don't mean Hurts don't run.
That don't mean Hurts don't run. He's back to throw. Here comes the blitz. He lets it go deep. He's got one-on-one on the outside. No flag.
I don't think he touched him.
He just blocked him from the ball.
Which is allowed. You just can't push him out of bounds. Yeah, I don't think he touched him.
Nope. I mean,
right there, right when the ball got there. That's it. All right, Julio Jones is not coming back. People are going to be upset about that not being called. But it was as the ball was arriving.
That's less pass interference than some of the stuff we've seen already that they've let go. So
the K. Dotton touchdown. It would have been touchdown.
3rd down and 11. Here comes the snap. Pressure's coming. Hurts steps up. He's going to be sacked.
Who do you credit that sack to? There's 4 guys on him. Who do you credit that to? Do they each get half a sack?
I don't know.
We'll see
how they score it.
0.25 sack for 4 guys.
I'm going to say it's going to be Kancey.
But Vita Vea brought him down.
I bet Kancey's going to get credit for the whole sack.
Yeah, until after the game, and they move the stats around once they look at it.
Yep, they got it as Kancey right now.
3 and out, man. 4th and 20, and they punt it. And it's a good field position for the Bucs. They're going to start at their own 41. I'm telling you, that locker room was not safe. That locker room was not safe at halftime. I've never seen a team more fed up with each other.
Average time to pressure, 2 seconds. Wow.
Would be the fastest of career. Yeah, because Offensive lines never let that happen before.
All right.
It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 41. Sam says, let's go, Baker. Shake and bake. 1st and 10. Quick out to Auten. And he's going to dive forward. I think he's going to get the first down.
Yeah, nobody pushed him out of bounds.
Each gets a half a sack. That counts as 2 sacks. No, they each get 0.25.
I've never seen a quarter of a sack listed in a stat sheet.
I mean, there's 4 of them. They all got on him.
Boy, Tampa really wants a touchdown here tonight.
6 drops tonight, tied by any team in a playoff since 2006. And they're still winning. 1st and 10, play action. He's going to roll out, turn, hit Auten again. And he's only going to get about 3.
He's probably going to keep throwing to Auten because he's probably got the least amount of drops.
He's got the most amount of drops. Evans has 2, but I think he's got 2 or 3 also.
I knew he had 1 or 2. I wasn't sure.
I think that between the 2 of them, they have the most, and then the running back has 1.
Yeah, I thought Evans had 3.
No, Evans has got 2. 2nd down and 7. Baker looking, has time. He's got all the time in the world. Now he's going to roll out, looking downfield, steps up, still looking downfield, fires, and it's just out of reach for Rachaad White. I don't think it was too out of reach, but it was a little bit. He had to get up a little bit more. He didn't time that jump very well.
No pressure there by that D-line.
Yeah, dude, he had like almost 10 seconds before he got chased.
Oh,
man, he wishes
he would
he
have
could
just
have
flipped that up in the air a little bit more, let it float.
Yeah, it wasn't the best throw. Rachaad didn't get a good jump on it. All right, like 3rd down and 7. This is 4 down territory, honestly.
Oh, not now.
Now it's not. Now it's not. And I was going to say, unless there's a sack. And they finally get him back in Buccaneers territory at the 45. That's one of the biggest plays of the game for Philadelphia right there. All they needed was 1 or 2 positive yards, and they probably were going. The camera doesn't like me today.
Looked like good coverage downfield, though. There wasn't much there.
4th and 17. Yeah, Baker's been really good about, other than that one almost interception that got dropped, not making irresponsible throws.
Yeah, he only had 1 bad throw in the first half. Oh.
Philly get back on track, or they go 3 and out again?
I feel like they're going to drive this time. I feel like they're going to put some points on the board.
At least take some time off the clock, give their defense a break. They need to. Their defense is going to get worn out.
Yeah, they haven't been able to stay on the field too much.
Sounds like someone just showed up at my house. And I wouldn't know who that is, so I'm just going to double check real quick. Yeah, I saw that Julio's not coming back.
Yeah, Julio did not look good when he got up from that hit. just got a notification from Stephen A. Smith's channel saying the Cowboys got to go get Belichick. Why? Why, Chris? What do you care now? You fired him.
I guess not. Who's the worst fraud in the NFC, Cowboys or Eagles?
I mean, the Eagles played in the Super Bowl last year, so you got to go Cowboys.
Yeah. I got to agree with that. They're the first team to ever allow a win by a 7 seed also.
And I don't necessarily think that they're a fraud. They just ran into a buzzsaw. Well, he doesn't want to retire, Chris.
He wants a ring, and I think he deserves one, man. He's just picking the wrong teams.
Hurts is back to pass. He looks. He steps up. He's got time. He's going to get away, get the first down and more. Oh. Ooh.
Yep, there's the flag. They're going to throw that flag.
Levante David, was he sliding?
They called this on Josh Allen earlier, too.
Yeah, that one was bad, too, I thought.
Yeah, I did, too. These are going to negate. These are going to negate.
Offsetting penalties.
I didn't even see the hold on offense.
Levante David's like, I don't know about all that. You know, at this point, he's a runner. I don't know. I think that's no way.
I mean, if he hit his helmet, maybe. But
he's a runner, not a quarterback, and he didn't slide.
No, he dove. Oh, he did. He hit him right in the face. Are they going to take?
He's not a quarterback anymore.
Is he gonna? They didn't take him out for concussion protocol.
All right, 1st and 10. They're going to check it out to Devontae Smith, and he is not going to be let go by Dean.
Ooh, man. Honestly, Dave, I don't think you could say. I wouldn't call the Saints frauds. They had a lot of injuries, too. Their guy that they paid way too much money for missed some time, and so it was kind of a crapshoot for a minute at QB. Their running backs went on IR. Well, one of them was suspended for 3 or 4 weeks to start the season, and then by the time he made it back, the other one got put on IR.
2nd down and 15.
I get what you're saying, though.
Hurts is going to take off. It looks like he's going to run it. He's going to get outside and get about 5 yards. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 10 if I had to guess. Third and 9. Got 6.
It's better than 3rd and 15.
Absolutely. Buccaneers fans look loud.
They are pretty loud today.
They're going to blitz. 3rd and 9. Here comes the extra guy. Gets it out. Nice hands. Gets a hand up and knocks the pass down. Brings up.
There's a flag. There's a flag.
Oh, here we go. The flags are coming in the second half today, y'all.
I told you, just wait. I said, just wait.
Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I got 1,500 riding on this game.
Stop.
Pass interference.
Let me see it. Let me see the pass interference.
There's no way. He wasn't even anywhere near him. That's not PI.
If anything, it's a 5-yard penalty for a hold. If anything.
He's allowed to contact him in the first 5 yards, which he did. That's garbage call. And there's a run. He's going to get 2, maybe almost 3 on 1st down. Make it 2.
Listen, Chris, I just don't have the energy to be throwing flags today. What's up, Mosley? We do have some nice ref activity. Oh.
Looks a little worse there.
Yeah, I can see it more there. It still wasn't super bad, though.
No, I've seen worse in this game already. All right, 2nd down and 8. Let's see if the Eagles can do anything. Swift gets missed by the first guy, and then he gets him again as nobody else was there to tackle him. Nice tackle by number 90.
Dude, he's laughing. I think he doesn't understand how he got him twice. He's still laughing.
Good job, Paul.
Good job, buddy. That was a great play, man.
He just missed him on the initial, but on the stutter step, got him by the ankles.
I don't know how he did that.
Staying with the play.
I mean, yeah, don't quit.
3rd and 6. Another big opportunity here. Let's see who gets the flag this time. Blitz! Gets it out to Gainwell. He's got nowhere to go.
Nowhere, dude. It's going to be 4th and 5.
It just started mostly. The first half, they let them play. It was kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, they called some things that needed to be called. But, there was a lot of things that they let both teams get away with as well in the first half.
They let the hand fighting go, but the second half, they started calling it.
Chargers or Jags? I could agree with that. But I'm not going to say Chargers because they had Brandon Staley. You can't be a fraud if you've got one of the worst coaches in the league. But Doug Peterman is a good coach. And I don't know what went wrong there. Like, everything was perfect, and they just weren't doing anything.
They look like the Eagles down the stretch.
They look like that all season. They couldn't win at home, though, at all. Other than, like, a couple of games. I have to go with the Jags on that one.
Is the bigger fraud?
Yeah.
I don't know. The Jags got the playoff win against the Chargers last year. That kind of gives me a little bit up on them.
Yeah, but we're talking about this season. We're not talking about last season. This season, they should have 10-plus wins.
True.
Honestly, should have won their division with ease. But they couldn't win games at home. They couldn't beat backup quarterbacks either. I'm not just talking about the Bengals game either. I'm talking about more than one. When you can't win at home and you can't beat opponents you're supposed to beat, I don't know. Yeah, well, the Raiders, and the Broncos are supposed to beat us out for the division every year. That's just what I get told every single year.
Yeah.
These now teams... wait until Denver announces whoever their new quarterback's going to be, and then it's going to be their season to win a division again, right? Because it'll be Sean Payton's choice. So good quarterback coach combo, it's going to be a lock. Just wait. If Belichick ends up in LA, they'll say the same thing about the Chargers too. They're going to say straight to the Super Bowl.
Belichick and Herbert together, man.
I'm telling you, Browning was pretty good.
Browning was probably good enough to start for several teams this year after he got some repetitions. Just think if Cincinnati would have been smart and let him play the whole preseason and then let him play the first 3 games.
Even just the first game, gave Burrow an extra week, right? He didn't even need multiple weeks, just 1 or 2 weeks. Even that was the smartest thing Jamar Chase ever said was right before the season starts is I don't think he should come back till he's ready. And he was not ready when he came back. I think Belichick in Atlanta is a lock, dude. I bet he would go after Zach Wilson from the Jets. I bet he would. All right, first and 10 at the 36. Play action. He's looking, going to check it down to Otten, and he's going to get 6 or 7.
Well, I don't think he'll go for him, but I'll say this about that situation. Zach Wilson is a Bill Belichick-esque quarterback. He's the type of quarterback that he likes.
That's what I'm saying. I said because they said that they were going to try to trade him in the offseason. He's going to be somewhere. Someone's going to trade for him because at worst he'll be a backup.
He'll end up in San Fran, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, when they dump Brock Purdy because they don't want to pay for him.
I mean, maybe.
2nd and 4, and off the white. He's got a huge hole, and he's going to cross the 50 all the way to the 44. No, I was talking to someone yesterday, and they were like, dude, be real with me. Like, why are you so hard on Brock Purdy? And I said, because he's only going to succeed for about 4 teams. You put him anywhere else, and he's going to look like Sam Darnold with the Jets, okay? Like,
so, yeah, the thing of it is that, and we can leave Deebo Samuel and George Kittle in the equation. You take C-Mac out of the equation, and he's not that good.
1st and 10, he's going to roll out, hit Godwin for about 8 yards, maybe 9.
Darnold.
Who's Purdy's backup? Sam Darnold, who looked just fine in San Francisco.
And Brandon Allen.
They got Brandon Allen, too? Oh, dude, he would look good there, too.
They signed him away from Cincinnati. And then that's when we got Browning.
Dude, Browning would demolish people in San Francisco. Like, he already did pretty good in Cincinnati, but he would demolish in San Francisco. I'm just telling you, like, 95% of quarterbacks would look like Brock Purdy does right now in San Francisco. 2nd down and 2, they're going to run it up, and he's going to get at least 1. Like, the thing is like, you got to be a special kind of bad quarterback to not succeed there, right? Or someone who just can't listen to what they're told. You either got to be, like, a special kind of bad, or you can't follow instructions. If you can do those 2 things, not be the worst quarterback ever, and you can listen to what you're told, Mac Jones would look like a god there because he just does what he's told. It just doesn't always turn out the way he wants it to. 3rd down and 1, play action. He's looking, he's being chased, and he's going to take a big sack that takes him back to the 50.
That's a huge sack because that took him out of field goal range.
I mean, it's not hard to play better than Jimmy Garoppolo, for one. But Trey Lance did not fit anything. Like, see, you got to be a special kind of quarterback to not be able to. Like, there are very few, and Trey Lance was one of those few that couldn't play in that system.
Just think of all the capital they gave up for Trey Lance.
Also, he got brutally injured both of his first 2 years. Bailey Zappi or Mac Jones could do fine in San Francisco. Dude, if Green Bay beats the Niners, though, I will be insufferable for Packers fans.
If you base your picks on quarterback play right now, you got to take Jordan Love.
No, it's still San Francisco's to lose, 100%. I agree with Dave. But if they beat them, I will be insufferable. I will be as insufferable as Dave will be.
Oh, no way. You can't be that bad. Dude, Dave is going to be 50.
I'm the biggest and most insufferable Zach Wilson fan on the planet. I can beat out Dave for the level of insufferable on about anything if I put my heart into it. And the only reason that I will act like that is because of Brock Purdy. That's why. That's it.
What's bad is I love Brock Purdy. I think he does a good job. I think he's a good quarterback. I just don't think he's a top-tier elite quarterback. That's all.
I think he's top 12.
I would definitely put him in that category.
I don't know where at in the top 12, but top 12. I think you're on. I think Jordan is something unexpected. I think he's getting there, man. It took him most of the season. I mean, he started his season off against the Bears, and the Packers just own the Bears now. So, like, good for him. He fit in. But, they slumped. They had a lot of injuries, too. So that has to be taken account for. But he found it was like Baker Mayfield, okay? Like, he had a good game or two at the beginning, slumped, and then started finding his feet where he needed to. And Jordan Love's playing out of his mind.
I just think a lot more teams in the NFL need to look at their footprint on how they develop quarterbacks in Green Bay, because it obviously has worked, because his first year as a starter is a playoff year. He made it to the divisional round, and then Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre being what they are, Green Bay has it right by letting these guys sit for a few years and mature.
No, Eli is not a better quarterback than Rodgers or Favre.
Eli reminds me a lot of Brock Purdy.
I was going to say the same thing. But Eli had the Super Bowls he went to had really good teams around him. Because it is a team sport. I mean, look at the seasons that they missed the playoffs with Eli and how bad it looked. Is because their team was not as good. Eagles got to start on their own 10.
All right, 16-9 lead. There's going to go handoff. That looks like Gainwell, and he's got nowhere to go, but he's going to go back the other way. He reverses his field and loses more yardage as he gets tackled at the 4.
Did you see Hurts put up the little shoulder block? He just went, and that was enough, but he still lost more yards. I will take Eli and Purdy over Favre and Rodgers because they had better teams around them. That doesn't make sense. If you put Rodgers and Favre on the teams that other quarterbacks went to Super Bowls on, they would be just as good in those Super Bowl runs. If not better.
Second down and 16. This is a big play. They need to get some yards here.
They're on their own 4, man.
Back to throw. Here comes pressure. Hurts his pressure. He lets it go, and what a grab by Dallas Goedert.
Did he get 2 feet in? Did he get both feet in?
It looks like it. I'm pretty sure he did.
No, I think that San Fran Green Bay game is going to be better than expected.
No, I said he made it to the divisional round. I didn't say he was done. I think
that game's going to be good. I think that game's going to be good.
I think it's going to be might be the best game this week. Back to throw again. Here he comes. Pressure. He's trying to escape. He rolls out. He's going to be sacked. That's a safety.
That's a safety and intentional grounding.
I think they're going to call that a safety.
I mean, intentional grounding in the end zone's a safety either way.
Well, he was out of the pocket.
No, if you're in the end zone, it doesn't matter.
It's going to be grounding.
That's a safety. That's 2 points for the Bucs either way. Yep. Told you that's a safety either way. It doesn't matter where he was at in the end zone. Let's go! I was cheering for a safety in the Chiefs game, just one. I didn't care which team it was on. I was rooting for just one safety. But I finally got one.
To throw that away.
That was 100%.
He was already down anyway.
He was down, but it was a safety with a tackle or a safety with a throw he tried to make. It didn't matter. Now the Eagles look stupid for not taking the 1 point because it's a 2-score game instead of just the 1 now.
Dude.
Taking the point they already have. Why would you take your own points off the board? Unless it's like the 4th quarter of a game, why would you take your own points off the board?
See, that's what's just it. You don't know what's going to happen next.
This would be an 8-point ball game. Can the Bills beat the Chiefs? Absolutely. Can the Chiefs beat the Bills? Absolutely. Hopefully it's just another Bills-Chiefs classic. To be honest, it really doesn't matter how good you are as QB until you have a great team. I mean, Patrick Mahomes made it to the Super Bowl without a defense at all. So I disagree with that. A great quarterback can do great things.
Yeah.
Can do great things. But a great team makes it a lot easier. Kickoff's up and he's going to return it. Oh, yeah. And he's going to get out to the 38. Peyton Manning proves right there that you don't always have to have a great team. Dude, I told all Green Bay fans that were hanging out here at the beginning of the season, if the Packers won 7 games this year, they won, okay? And they even won a playoff game and much more. So, like, I think Packers fans are just vibing now. Like, they're just happy people. Now, if they can go all the way,
lose.
What's that?
They have absolutely nothing to lose. That's what makes them
but
even
Brady
more
had perfect
dangerous.
teams. 1st and 10, hand off to White. White's going to get to the outside, and he's going to fight his way for about 6 yards. And Brady is the worst example of that situation, Chris. He's absolutely the worst example. He's never had less than a top 10 defense, first of all, and probably never less than a top 10 offensive line either. I think making the Super Bowl got into Eagles players' heads like A.J. Brown. I think looking at A.J. Brown gets into his head. Like, I'm telling you, something about some of these superstar receivers, specifically receivers, they just get this, I don't know. 2nd and 4. Palmer shakes a tackle, and he's going to take it all the way. He's going to take it all the way to the end zone. Poor tackling just gave the Buccaneers an extra 6 points. 56 yards to the house to the rookie. That's probably ball game. You're right, Dave.
Dude, this Eagles team has just quit. They cannot stay up very long. They played about 4 series really well.
Yep. Bro, Trey Palmer, I love that guy. Dave, that's another guy I drafted this season in like the 6th round, Trey Palmer, in my Dynasty League. We were talking about that yesterday. I couldn't remember all my draft picks, but Trey Palmer was one of them. So Laporta, Gibbs, Jaden Reed, Trey Palmer. There's 2 other guys.
Extra point's good.
Extra point is good. Bucs lead 25-9.
Yeah, what do they got left on that O-line? Fundamental Tristan Wirfs, is that it? That's about all that's left, right?
They've got that Mock dude. He's been there for a year or 2, and he's not bad. But Tristan Wirfs, as long as he's healthy, is a stud.
Exactly, Adam. That's what we've been talking about. It's just they don't look like they're into the game. They look like they're ready for summer vacation.
Pack already outplayed expectations. Plus, I have a good backup. If Packers don't go, maybe the Lions get there for once.
Fair.
That's fair.
I would love to see a Packer-Lion NFC Championship game.
I would honestly kind of like to see Baker Mayfield take them to the Super Bowl, though.
Oh, my God.
As much as I hate that guy, he has done nothing but earn my respect this season. Like, he has made me eat every bad thing I've ever said about him this year.
Yeah, but you know what? But he did make us eat everything that we've ever said bad about him, but he also earned our respect in the process, and we've given him his respect back. He was a punk in Cleveland. Let's not lie.
I think it was partially Cleveland's fault, too.
Sure. But
and I think he's matured a little in the last 80-20. I'm moving up. I'm moving up past 75. I'm getting closer to 80. I'm probably at like 78 right now.
Let's see. Belichick to Philadelphia.
Yeah, I told you Belichick was hanging out with the owner or whatever.
Arthur Blank's yacht. At least it's not like that illegal meeting that the Dolphins had with Brady.
What you said about Mayfield? Oh, I just hated the guy. And, I made it very clear. And this was Cleveland Baker. And then he went to, the Rams it was the Rams. And he started headbutting everybody.
Panthers.
And then I was like, he also went to the Rams.
Yeah, I know, but that one
He
scene
he wasn't headbutting people in the Panthers. No,
anyway,
because everyone was like, maybe he's taking on the full responsibility of being a Ram. It was the Rams. It was during that comeback when
he did it in Carolina. We had that game.
Hang on, I'll show you.
Baker Mayfield or Carolina Panther headbutt. Guarantee you'll find it.
Headbutts, players, teammates. Los Angeles Rams, Baker Mayfield dazzled in his debut, celebrating by headbutting his teammates, helmetless.
Talking about Baker Mayfield headbutting his teammates. He did it in Carolina. I know he did.
I just want you to look at this. I'm just going to post it in the regular chat. The link that I just posted. It was against the Raiders.
And I got one right there. One that I remembered is right there. He did it with both teams.
Helmetless with both teams?
Yes. He's got his hat on and he headbutts an offensive lineman for Carolina.
Hang on.
Here, I got you.
Mm-hmm. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep going.
Yeah, his crazy has been there the whole time.
Yeah, because when he did it with the Rams, is I was like, he's taking on his full role of being a Ram.
I mean, nice pun. There he goes. Jalen's back to pass. He fires over the middle. He's got a wide open Devontae Smith in the middle of that zone, and he's going to get a big gainer.
Yep. I love that both of these articles says Baker Mayfield headbutts teammates. Why? What is wrong with that guy?
A lot. He just wants to be the leader, right?
I mean, he's here for the vibes, I guess.
Showing how tough he is.
I don't think that makes you tough.
I don't either, but watch this, Chris. I'll give you some props. You would never see any Tom Brady headbutting without his helmet.
Why you got to bring that guy up? Chris didn't even say nothing.
Because he feels like we're always bashing on Brady. So I was going to.
Yeah, but you bringing him up is going to lead me to bashing on him. Therefore, you're starting it.
Yeah, I think that makes it even more fun.
No, it doesn't, because you don't understand how much I don't like talking about him.
I know. I do.
I've got to deal with Chris enough. He's probably the only guy he knows as a Patriots quarterback.
Hey, Chris, who was the Patriots quarterback before?
Oh yeah, who's the quarterback before Brady? I will give him that. He is smart.
Mayfield does have a big heart, and he wears it. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. And you know what? The timing of what happened in Cleveland was really bad because he just, the number one pick, he felt betrayed.
No, Steve, well, you can't tell him.
Chris can't spell that. He doesn't know what he said.
You can't tell him because then he'll feel smart when he types it in. Yeah, see? He feels smart now. He had no idea. He wouldn't have spelt it at all, though, if you didn't tell him, because he didn't know.
Doesn't Bledsoe have any?
Yeah. Do you know who? Never mind. What's up, Balin?
Do you know what Bledsoe's first name is?
That's what I was going to say. And I said, never mind. He's just going to Google it now.
Man, I'm just having a good time, Chris. Sometimes it's at your expense, but it's nothing but love for you.
Oh, Steve said I won't say, but then mostly told him. Why can't you guys just let me make Chris look silly? Because he's just a bandwagon Brady fan. He don't know anything.
It's a bandwagon fan. Hurts rolls out. He's got plenty of time. He lets it go deep and throws it away.
Throws it away. Alex ruins our fun. I didn't ruin it. I didn't ruin nothing. I wasn't going to give him an inch. They gave him the whole answer. They spelled it out for him.
Giggles.
See, I told you, Chris, that I wouldn't have said nothing, but it's his fault. So it's his fault I'm coming after you.
Greatest old and tired. Sup, puppet? All right, Jalen's back to pass. He looks. He steps back. He fires over the middle, and it's another grab by Devontae. Had to be. Yeah. What a catch.
This Cowboys team got the wrong jerseys on. I know
Devontae Smith is one of the only guys that came to play ball today. Look at his uniform. He is beat to shit.
He looks like Tyler Lockett out there right now.
There's a handoff. Swift is going absolutely nowhere as nobody on the O-line is blocking.
Who can hate a guy with 7 rings? This guy can.
I mean.
I'm still going after you, Chris, because I knew before they told you the answers that you didn't know. So, it's not news to me.
Yes, sir, Panther, sir. Got you.
Did I catch a 9er in that?
Second and 12. Dude, Balin, that's sick. And then he's going to complete it to Goddard. He's going to get inside the red zone. But guess what? There's a flag on the field. Going to be back home at noon tomorrow. I've got tickets to IU and Purdue tomorrow. My work schedule worked out. I always go to the rivalry games. Glad we got IU versus Kentucky back on our schedule. Did they set that in stone? Dude, that's awesome. I can't wait for that. Balin, I hope you have a great time tomorrow and scream really loud. You need like one of those big heads on the end there and with the blood fam on it.
I don't want my head on any cardboard.
People be going, who the heck are those people?
Oh, okay, Steve. I was confused. They could put your head on it. I don't want my head on nothing. Philly's gonna get hit with a false start.
Man, that says it all right there. That Eagles fan, look at him.
You can tell he's a diehard too. I think he was wearing a Carson Wentz jersey.
Yep, there it was.
Bro, they are not playing around at Raymond James. They are loud.
Oh, there's a lot of money and everybody cheats. It's just a matter of who gets caught.
Yeah, ain't that the truth.
Pressure. Oh, he gets it away. And DeAndre Swift will get about a yard on that, but Hurts was getting ready to get mauled.
It's never that loud in there when the Bucs play the Panthers. Yeah, because no one goes to that game.
Look, there is nobody blocking.
I'm just playing Panther. I don't know why I said that.
the vibe of the day. 3rd down and 21. This is a long one.
The Eagles get stopped here. It's GG's. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Here comes pressure. Hurts rolls out. He's got time. He drops it off to Swift, who gets down inside the 25 down to the 22.
The Panthers still exist. Oh, boy.
The good news is that no matter what you say, that 1 point or 2 point or no point conversion doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things.
It doesn't now, but it could have.
Oh, for real.
Puppet got him.
Oh, so they have to go to Indianapolis. Field goal's good, but there is a flag.
I don't know how you never heard about any of that. It was months ago that they announced it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, 1 year they're going to Indianapolis, and then the next year they're going to play in Lexington.
Yeah, I think that's an unfair trade. And look, they get 5 yards, and now they're going back. Offense is going back on the field. They're going to take points off the board for a second time. He didn't look offsides. Now it's 4th and 5, and the Eagles are going to go.
I mean, being down 12, 13, I would have just taken what you got. What if you don't get it? What if you don't get it?
Yeah, I don't like taking points off the board. Here comes the blitz. Pressure's coming. Hurts lets it go for the end zone and incomplete. No penalty. Turnover on downs.
You had 3 points. I'll take it back. He deserves to get fired. I'll take back everything I said earlier. I'll retract it all. Everything I said, throw it in the trash.
The Eagle has landed.
They'd have 4 more points right now. And having 13-25 doesn't sound quite as bad as 9-25.
Especially if you get like a quick turnover and 7 points.
Which is possible still. There's 12 minutes left.
Yeah, it's not like the game's over. Mark my words, Eagles are going to score a touchdown here sometime in the very near future.
Yeah, it's going to be a turnover. The Bucs should be running the ball now. Kill as much clock as you can. How would the Eagles have 13? Well, they had an extra point. They took it off the board to go for 2 and didn't get it. So that puts them at 10. And then they just kicked a field goal and they made it, which is 3 more. But they took that off the board and now have 0. So they have lost 4 points that they already had.
Crazy how the Eagles just completely fell apart like this. I agree. Something's really wrong internally with that team. There's got to be something wrong with these guys to where they quit. Like I said, Devontae Smith has been one of the only guys out there gaming today.
And he's going to request a trade after this season. That was the fastest math class ever. They're throwing points away. Yeah, and it was in the first quarter that they took that first point off. But what was the point? And then they did a tush push, and he didn't even get close. Why not just take the 3 points?
I mean, at this point, look at what you're down. That gets you within 2 touchdowns if you take the 3 there at 12, right? 13?
13 points, yeah. And they'd
only
only
be 2 more scores either way. This way, it should have been a no-brainer. You're just taking the touchdown or the field goal now.
Look at Devontae Smith's jersey.
Yeah, he's beat to death. Look at his legs.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 17. Baker back to pass, looking. Why are they throwing the ball? He's going to hit Otten for a big hole all the way to the 37.
Because the Eagles are playing very deep. Yeah, Balin, I agree. One of the shining spots of the Eagles coaching staff from last season is in Indy now. I think both them coordinators are really good.
I need to get the Philadelphia postgame ready. I got to hear what Sirianni says after this.
Nicholas Sirianni Staley.
Brandon Sirianni. 1st and 10. Baker fires out to Godwin, and he's going to get 5 or 6.
They're going to stop the clock, though.
Does it stop stepping out?
It's not supposed to until the 5-minute mark, but it's running.
I was like, I didn't think so.
These analytics choices that these teams are making today would have got people immediately fired in the 90s.
All right, 2nd down and 5, handoff. I can't even remember the dude's name. Number 22. And he's not get a yard or 2. Edmonds, that's what it was. I just forgot. It's been a while since I called his name.
Chase Edmonds.
Well, I heard that Mike Tomlin walked out of his press conference today. And that's really telling because of who he is.
Yeah, Jeff Lurie doesn't look too happy, does he?
If you listen to Philly radio tomorrow, you'll think Rocky died.
Yeah, Callahan's got like 3 interviews, I think.
3rd down and 4. Mayfield looking. Fires, it's caught. And that was Otten. I think he has the 1st down. We got 9:30 left in the 4th quarter. Didn't want to hear a question about coaching in college again. That's fair.
Philly fans will burn down their city, win or lose, regardless.
That's facts. They're going to burn down this team, too.
Well, Mike Tomlin's in the last year of his contract.
1st and 10, handoff to Edmonds. He gets nowhere, and a flag comes in late.
Hey, you know what? Man, I hope Pittsburgh fires Tomlin. Get him the F out of my division.
He don't deserve it either.
Your cat's trying to burrow.
He is trying to get warm. Look at him. All he wants is warm. Just put a blanket over you, and he'll warm up, and he won't move.
I haven't seen him on the field since early on. Since he took
1st and 20. Baker takes a shot.
Caught
by Mike Evans. And he's going to get 19 of that 20 back.
There, I just blanketed your cat.
Eagles fly right into the ground. Yeah, pretty much.
Fly, Eagles fly right into the ground. Thanks, Joe. Making me smile. Dude, I would be glad to see Tomlin out of my division. He's a good coach.
Great coach. 2nd down and 1. Hand off to White. And he's going to get a 1st down and 9 more.
Chuba Hubbard has earned a second contract if he's done with his rookie, I think.
I think he's got another year, don't he?
Not sure.
I can't remember what year he got drafted.
You guys should give out bloody awards. Joe gets my vote for the first.
Bloody awards. That'd be an interesting time. Tomlin will not have a hard time finding a new job, if he even wants to. 1st and 10, handoff to White, and I don't even know how he got a yard right there, but he did. He'll keep the clock running. 2nd down. What clock is stopped right now? I don't know why.
Listen, Mike Tomlin's not going anywhere. The Steelers have had 3 coaches in my whole lifetime.
They've had like 6 coaches ever.
Yeah. I just remember Chuck Noll and Bill Cowher and Mike Tomlin. That's all I remember.
Oh, Philly burned their first time out to stop the clock here.
And no, Puppet, I don't think McCarthy deserves to get fired.
Have the Steelers ever fired a head coach?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't think so. But I don't even have recollection of pre-Mike Tomlin.
Of what, Mike Tomlin?
Pre.
Oh, Bill Cowher.
I know who it was, but I have no recollection of watching someone else coach the Steelers. Tomlin's been there for 20 years?
2009, maybe?
Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of Steelers football then.
And
2nd and 9, quick pass out to Evans, and he's going to get a 1st down and go down inbounds. They are just...
What a nice play.
I'm sure I did, but I didn't pay any attention to the Steelers in 2009. That was the Peyton Manning era, and that's all that mattered. 2006? Okay, if it was before then, I definitely didn't. I was only 10.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I feel like, yeah.
I only knew 3 head coach names at that point in my life. It was Marvin Lewis, Tony Dungy, Bill Belichick, probably Harbaugh. Harbaugh was in the league by then, at least one of them.
Playing.
Neither of them were coaching yet?
I don't think so. John was getting really close.
3rd and 1, handoff to White, and they are just killing them. They're just putting dagger after dagger into this Philadelphia team.
Yeah,
Howie Roseman's packing his things to come down to that locker room. Oh, yeah, he's going to beat him. What is the story in Dallas? I don't think there's a story. I think they're talking about if they should keep Dak right now more than McCarthy. They're looking at him. That's the only conversations I've heard anything about is Dak the answer? I was going to say, he hasn't been fired, and I haven't heard any signs pointing to him getting fired. I don't think he will. The coach can get you there, but the players still have to play. So I think they're blaming the quarterback and not the coach in this situation. Mike McCarthy didn't throw 2 interceptions and get beat by the Packers. 1st and 10, they're going to hand it off to White. He's going to get about 4, maybe 3. Yeah, I mean, Dak said, you guys better fear us next year. And I was like, bro, you say that every year. I'm still not scared.
Dallas fans are already talking about next year being their year.
That every year I've been alive, they say that. That's true, but it's the quarterback's responsibility to not make dumb decisions. If that play is not going to work, then don't do it.
Yeah, you got to make the right read as a quarterback.
Yeah, Dave is the same way mostly. 2nd and 6, hand off to White. He's going to lose to.
Watch this. He could have got positive yardage, but he probably would have been forced out of bounds. Smart play to stay in bounds.
But doesn't the clock not stop until like?
I think it's under 5.
Yeah, I was just saying. I don't think it matters. Slay is down. Is it a real injury or a fake injury to stop the clock? I hope he's okay, man. Darius Slay's a dog, but I watched Jesse Bates.
Played well at all.
I'll watch Jesse Bates do that against us too. It's not year to blow up, but go all in for the Cowboys. I'm never going to go all in. Oh, maybe he hurt his back. It looked like he was grabbing his back. Microphone says that. I mean, was there any backing evidence in his video, or was he speculating? Because he's a Cowboys fan. Microphone is. He's got plenty of flaws, but like he was saying earlier, you don't go 12-5 3 seasons in a row and get fired.
That's like saying if the Green Bay lost the first playoff game this year that they should fire LaFleur. Because I mean, his first 3 seasons were like that good as well. Same thing. People just want something to talk about. McCarthy's a big target. And then Dallas is always, one step away.
I mean, I don't know.
Probably, Steve. Fun fact, my science teacher in junior high school played for the Houston Oilers back in the day. He passed away a few years back, but I thought that was cool. Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked if it had any backing evidence in it, because I haven't seen nothing. I don't think he's getting fired. All signs point to if anybody's gone, it's Dak, not McCarthy. Like, that's what everything seems to be pointing at. All right, let's see the Slay situation.
Oh, he's bent.
Yeah, that looks very uncomfortable. Looks like he strained something in his lower back. They're going to cart him off.
The only thing about the McCarthy thing is the fact that, that Jerry Jones is 81 years old, and he may not have the patience anymore.
Dak can go to Carolina. Am I right?
Oh,
No, I'm not saying anybody should be gone. That's not the argument I'm making. I'm saying the general consensus of what all these people on all these talk shows and on Twitter are saying is more signs point towards it being Dak than the coach.
Honestly, I don't think it should be either of them.
I don't think so either. They just gave Dak a new contract. But Trey Lance time? Maybe they got him for a bag of chips.
I just don't think Dallas is actually broken. If he wants to do a reset, yeah, Steve, for sure. We've seen plenty of coaches get fired and not really deserve it. And we've seen players traded that don't really deserve it.
Baker. Why does this cheesehead feel bad for Dak? Oh, I don't.
Justin Fields is getting traded. I feel it coming, and he's earned a job.
No, I think he's still Chicago's starter. All right, 3rd down and 7, 5:50 left. The clock is running. Baker back to pass. Pressure's coming. He's going to loft it up. And yeah, that's a touchdown. Oh, my God. I lost track of the football. And Chris Godwin gets the score.
I think there's a lot of teams out there that would trade for Justin Fields. Seahawks, Falcons.
No, I think so too, but I just don't think they're going to.
I swear I think they're gonna take Caleb Williams. And they may take Caleb Williams and keep Justin Fields.
I think that's what's going to happen. That's what I really think is going to happen. And then, keep Fields for a year, let Caleb sit, then trade him. The extra point is up and good. They've been throwing daggers, but this one was they just nuked the entire city of Philadelphia because they're about to implode.
Yeah, Steve, when they fired that offensive staff, that's when I thought that it was Caleb Williams for sure. But I still think that there's a lot of trade value for if they really want to stock up on some more picks. They've already got 2 first-round picks. Why not go ahead and get 1 or 2 more for Justin Fields and just, be there.
I just feel like Fields is getting better in that system finally.
Absolutely.
I think the dumbest thing they could do is get rid of him.
But they got rid of the whole coaching staff that got him there. The offensive coaches.
That's fair.
That's why I think they're going to find somebody to develop Caleb Williams. I don't know. Man, they could take Marvin Harrison Jr. and keep Fields.
I just got a notification from Ari Morov, and it says the Eagles finished the season 2-6 after this video of Nick Sirianni surfaced, and it was him being an ass yelling at Chiefs fans. I told you it's karma. I've been saying it all along. It's karma. Yeah, I think that Trey Palmer touchdown was the actual dagger. This one was just evil.
Hurts is back to pass, looking down the field, checks it down. Here goes Swift. He's going to dodge a guy. He's going to get a first down, flips it to the official, and the clock is going to run. It's going to be fun watching. The Bears are going to get a lot of publicity in the offseason, so they could pull off a trade like Houston did, get 2 and 3, and Hurts gets sacked.
Dude, Houston straight up robbed Cleveland, and so did Deshaun Watson. They got double robbed.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's probably earned some more brownie points in Houston.
No kidding. They got like 3 firsts, a second, and a third for him. And then he robbed Cleveland while he was at it.
Yeah, he's still robbing Cleveland for $230 million. Hurts checks it down. Here goes Swift. He's got a lane. He's going to get out to the 37, 38-yard line. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd down and about 8.
Do you think Jason Kelce retires after this?
I think so.
I think if Sirianni's gone, I think he retires. I think it was actually 224 mostly.
230
but
guaranteed.
I thought it might be 230. I thought it was 224. I know Joe's was 219.
Hurts is back. He's looking. He fires, and it's complete for another first down. And there's going to be a penalty flag. And he got tackled low, and Goddard's down, and then Payne.
Well, he can't stay healthy now, fundamental. I think he had too much time off also. Tis but a scratch.
Oh, they're going to get him for OPI. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Lions for sure. I want to see a Lions-Packers NFC Championship game badly.
Yeah, I would love to see that, but I would also like to see the Bucs-Niners rematch because they played earlier in the season. So I'm good with no matter who is in the NFC Championship, honestly. Lions-Niners, Lions-Packers.
His broken arm.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's the arm.
No, I know that, but the OPI call.
I know.
I didn't agree with that. That's what I was saying.
I buried your kitty under my hoodie, and he's a happy camper.
I told you, all he wants is to be warm.
Look. Where'd you go? Not going to come out?
Yeah, he broke his arm against the Cowboys. Brutal.
What kind of contract do you think they give Baker?
Well, he's already got another year, don't he?
I don't know what they signed him for this year, but they're bound to extend him, don't you think?
I thought he had a 2-year contract.
Well, they like to sign quarterbacks before they go into their last year of their contract.
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
Steve says 1.
I have no idea.
Like, I think they give him like a 3-year, $72 million, maybe something like that.
That's probably appropriate, especially if they make it to the championship game.
Give him $60 million guaranteed out of that 72. Some incentives in there. Second level, I'll be wearing my number 3 shirt that says "Do it for Dale." Got it. I'll be looking for you, Balin.
Can't wait to see the line on Green Bay and San Francisco. I'll tell you what it's at now.
-6, San Francisco.
You know what? He didn't ask you.
I'm guessing. It's just my 2 cents.
It's -10.
Oh, I'm betting Green Bay for sure.
It opened at -9.5. Right now it's -10.
Remind me to never watch another Eagles game.
Well, I don't watch them unless they're on prime time. That's the only game that's on usually. I didn't even realize, but the Bucs are just running the clock down right now. This is going to take them down to the 2-minute warning. Eagles have no timeouts, so this game is over. It is over.
Right now, it's a coin flip, JB. I think that one's going to be the tough one to predict.
I feel the same way about the Baltimore and Houston game. 4-year, $100 million. That's a good deal. That's a good deal.
Yeah, I think he's going to get somewhere in that 24 to 30 range. And you know what? He should be happy with it. Guarantee most of it. Absolutely.
I'd say guarantee 75. And then make the 25 incentives.
It ain't over yet. The Eagles still got a shot.
Do they, though?
I mean,
I think that Bucs and Lions game will be good. I know they played earlier this year, and the Lions blew them out, but this was a different team than I think it's a much more equally matched than it was then. Gotta keep Minshew until AR is fully back and ready, and I would sit AR for a few games. I think so too, man. I think he needs some time. I agree fundamental about Baker. This Tampa defense is dangerous. Yeah. They've played really, really well against one of the top O lines in the league today.
yeah, they got a lot of pressure today. They blew that line up. There you go. Kitty got warm and I took off.
Yep.
Brings an interesting point, and I think it's going to come. I think it's going to come out sooner rather than later. I think teams are going to actually probably, if they get a good deal on a second quarterback or backup to develop, with like a 4-year starter, even though they have their franchise guy, I think you're going to see teams really invest in backup quarterbacks a lot more next year.
Yep. I think so too. I mean, we had double-digit number of starting quarterbacks out this year?
We had 62 different starting quarterbacks in the regular season.
Yeah, but there were some teams that had a lot. I'm talking about teams, like number of starting QBs lost.
Ooh. Yeah, there was the number was huge. I just know because I
think there's only like 6 AFC quarterbacks that didn't go out for the year.
Probably.
Lamar, Mahomes, Trevor, CJ, Josh, and Tua. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So 6, yeah. So 10 teams lost their starting quarterback this season in the AFC.
Hey, we got about 2 more plays. Oh, 4th down here.
4th and 6, and they're going to go. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Philly gets the ball with 1:09. Please just take a knee and end this. Please just take a knee and end this.
Balin, I think that'll be entertainment. AR and Jonathan Taylor are in full swing.
I liked watching Anthony Richardson. I just hope he can stay healthy.
He's got to take less big hits.
Yeah. GG's Baker. You earned this, man. He's playing with busted ribs right now. If you had to bet that Tua wasn't one of the mini QBs to go down, would you have? I don't know. I was 50-50 on it, honestly.
I was really surprised that he stayed upright this year, honestly. I thought he was done. Green Bay, the lone wild card team.
What do you mean, the lone wild card team?
They're the lone wild card team that got in via wild card.
Oh, yeah, they are. The only one. They showed that graphic, and I was looking at it. I was like, what do you mean? Surely someone else. But no, 2 through 4 won every game except for Green Bay's. That's crazy.
They still got time. 20 seconds. Let's go.
They didn't even put Jason in for the last snaps. Yeah, he's retiring, dude. There's no way.
That's his offensive line coach, I think.
I think you're right.
Congrats for Baker, dude.
That's all I'm saying. Congrats for Baker.
I never been my favorite guy, especially when he was in the North. But to pull his career back and save it, where he could have just let it fall apart.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up a little bit in the last year.
Yeah, that was my only problem with him was maturity, the way he acted.
My biggest problem with him was that.
And look at him now. Have you heard one word out of him this year?
Nope. Not one single word.
That's why, and then there you go. He's growing on me again. See, we can forgive. Jalen Hurts is gone like Tom Brady after a loss. Just run into the locker room. You know what? We need to go back to Raymond James and get back on that ship again.
I mean, I don't need to get back on it. I had my fun. Nah, Kelsey's probably retiring, man. It's emotional. If it was my Kelsey, I'd be crying too. I think I still got a year or two at least with my Kelsey, though. I really do. Everyone's like, he's going to retire because Taylor Swift. I was like, I think he's still got a year or two at least.
Yes, sir, Mr. Steve. I'll be here tomorrow night rooting hard.
But if he does retire, that will just put the cherry on the top that 2024 is not supposed to be my year. Even with the Super Bowl win, if Kelsey retires this year, Travis, it will shock me.
I think there's a percentage chance that he retires this year.
Yeah, like 20.
I mean, I'm thinking 40.
25 is the highest I'll go. He's not going to retire the same year as his brother. I just don't see it.
That would be cool because then they could go into the Hall of Fame the same year together.
It would be cool, but it just doesn't make sense. Because what if one of them has to wait another year because they don't get enough votes, right? Depending on who all would go in with them, you never know.
I think that would be a historical thing, and they may do it together, dude.
I just don't feel that way about it. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Travis has got a couple more years in him if he wants to play. His physical condition's good. It just depends on if he has the desire, man. JB, thank you.
Yeah, JB, thanks for hanging with us tonight. And everybody else in here, thanks for hanging with us. Anybody new that at least I have not met, appreciate you being here.
And you know what? Our mods were horrible today. Nobody dropped the Discord link today.
I don't think they have to.
I'm just busting on
Panther didn't get here until after halftime.
That's true.
No way a center gets a first round ballot. That's what I'm saying. If he waits like 2 years, they'll probably go in together. Chris, I ain't making you a mod. We had a deal. You didn't.
Yeah, Chris, you're gonna have to earn it.
Your in didn't hold up, so I'm not making you a mod. Also, I don't remember where I was going with that, but I am about ready to shut this thing down. See you Saturday. I don't know if I'll be here Saturday. I'm going to try.
I know.
I haven't checked my start times for work, but I'm going to try for sure. I don't want to miss that game, really.
I know I'll be here at least for Saturday night.
But you might see us sooner. You might not. We'll be here by Saturday. So don't worry. We'll be here by Saturday. But I'm gonna hang it up. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if you are new and have not done so. Like I said, we'll be back by Saturday at the latest. We appreciate you guys very much, and we will see you guys on the next one. Pew pew.